We saw that yesterday. Yesterday he wasn't even on his game.
He was 100% checked out, 100%. The energy was in a whole nother place. He wasn't locked in and focused on the show. He took us in really different places, so it is what it is. But I thought yesterday was when I was going to be done with people being checked out and people having vacation energy. And instead, today, I'm sitting here working away. Ben's not going to be here, so I'm sitting here. I'm locked in, and I'm focused on the fact that I got to, guide and lead a show today. I got to do, get topics and things ready. So I'm really locked in and focused. And 1 o'clock, I made sure I said, listen, everybody else that I'm doing, I got to lock in. So 1 o'clock, I got to be ready to go at 1 for this meeting. And then I get a text from you, Brad, saying, change of plans. I'll be doing the show in Milwaukee, but I'm going to hop on with Mr. Irrelevant with Strofe a little bit, so I'll be late to pre-show. And I'm like, wait a dang minute. You, out of all people, is who I do not expect this from. I expect it from maybe Ben sometimes, but I do not expect that type of energy from you. And for Strofe to enable that to happen, knowing we have a show to do, to sit there and say, oh, yeah, Brad, come join me, even though it's just going to be basically a two-man show today. Forget show prep. Come do Mr. Irrelevant. And I know typically Ben is the one complaining and bashing Strofe for putting a lot of energy into Mr. Irrelevant and not putting that type of energy into being a producer at KBN. But dang, I see it now today.
Well, I understand your frustration, Kyle. But hey, just let me allow myself to defend myself. So the plan was I was going to go to Madison, to the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison. I was going to do Mr. Irrelevant from 12:45 to 1. Perfect timing for 1 o'clock to be able to be in our pre-show meeting and do the show for Madison.
Okay, and what happened?
Had some car troubles. It's raining outside. I'm sliding down the road, and I said, oh, boy, this is unsafe. I'm turning back around. So I text Strofe and say, change of plans. I'm going to do the show in Milwaukee. Can't make it to Madison, but I'm a man of my word. I'm not gonna bail on you. You're leaning on me to do Mr. Irrelevant. I'm going to be there at 12:50.
And you decided to say yes? As the producer of this show, you decided it was in the best interest of our 3-hour live on the air on 100.5 in Madison, out in Beaver Dam, here in Milwaukee. You decided that your 15 minutes or 20 minutes with Bradley Nortman, I'm going to call him, but Bradley Nortman on Mr. Irrelevant with streams right here on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. You decided that was more important than this man getting his bearings together to come focus up for show prep?
Yes. Yeah. No, honestly, Kyle, I blame Brad on this one.
Oh, wow. Look at that, Brad.
He walked in at 12:55, and he said, I'm still going to do it. He's a grown man. He can make his own decisions. He could have said, hey, scrap it. We're not doing it today. I would have said, okay, that's fine. We can do it another time. But he said, hey, I'm a man of my word. I said I'm going to do the show. I'm still going to do the show. He walked in at 12:55.
You're both very irresponsible.
I took him for
very
15
irresponsible.
minutes. I sent him out at 1:12, and he was done, just 12 minutes late.
Well, let's talk about irresponsibility, Kyle, because it's not like when I walked into our show prep meeting, it's not like you and our brain trust of brilliant minds were absolutely hard at work grinding the midnight oil. You guys were watching U.S. soccer highlights because you were watching me on Mr. Irrelevant, and I'm wearing a U.S. soccer jersey today. So don't tell me that you guys were working.
Mr. Irrelevant?
In our defense,
they were. And then they started watching U.S. soccer highlights. So don't make it seem like you guys were working hard in there.
We were incomplete. We didn't have our crew together, and we were lost without you. All right? But like I was saying before, like you guys absolutely had your priorities in the wrong spot, in the wrong space. As a producer of this show, Strofe, you should have made the executive decision to tell Brad, no, go upstairs and get ready for show prep. Now, yes, we were watching Mr. Irrelevant, and we went into a long conversation, nostalgic conversation, talking about USA soccer, but it would have been nice to have you there at 1 o'clock. And Strofe, I'm disappointing you, and Bradley, I'm even more disappointing you as well.
So are we going to have strict 1 o'clock expectations no matter what going forward for those meetings, Kyle? Because there's been some times when you're rolling in at 105.
Listen, I'm rolling in at 105 or 110 because I got people stressing me out around here. All right? I ain't got the road stressing me out or having to be on Mr. Irrelevant.
Kyle, what'd you think of Mr. Irrelevant today?
I didn't listen to it. Brian had it up and he showed you the jersey. You don't anybody listening to your show. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know what you talk. People listen to Mr. Irrelevant. You should too. Make sure you listen to it on ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Madison. It is a great sponsor show. But what I'm saying is this, though, is that you didn't bring any ideas to our show prep either.
I didn't. You're right.
Yeah, like how you got a whole show.
I'll own that.
I now understand where Ben comes from, but let me also do this because Ben he not guilty in this either. Because a couple months ago, before Strofe was producing our show on a holiday, going into a holiday weekend, I think it was going into Thanksgiving weekend. Ben eviscerated some people in our office for their lack of work ethic. And I don't want to play this back. Strofe, you got the audio?
The best part about the day before a holiday is all you have to do is, even if you aren't working, is pretend like it. And I wouldn't have said a freaking word, but standing up and clapping for people that are voluntarily doing nothing today is ridiculous. Ridiculous. To the core, it bothers me.
So that is Ben Brust. And I was just reminded that, Brad, you're part of this too. I guess I'm the only person. I'm realizing here, that was Ben Brust complaining about our office culture and with the fact that people on a holiday, the day before a holiday, decide they want to leave at 3 o'clock. I'm not reliving that because do what you want to do. But for him to sit there and go at people about not working and not coming to work and not putting in the effort and trying to, gash people in our office, our wonderful teammates, and then him not to show up to work the day before a holiday? Like, what the heck am I dealing with? And by the way, Brad, you didn't hear his voice during that audio because Brad took the day off too that day before Thanksgiving. I'm obviously the only person committed to this show.
Yeah, let's put aside.
In KBN Nation.
We'll put aside the fact real quickly that I wasn't there that day, which I wasn't. Which I deserve a little bit of this blame as well. But let's look at Ben Brust for a second here, right? He complains. See, I'm not the kind of guy that uses the microphone that has been put in front of us. We have a responsibility to use our voices wisely. And he goes out there and he erupts on the lack of work ethic.
That
and
vein starts popping.
People are starting to think ahead to a holiday weekend. Now, what does that sound like? Because yesterday on the show, and if you missed it, you got to go back and listen to it on Wisconsin On Demand, because the final third hour, what did Ben do? What did Ben talk about? He was eliciting our Showtime and KBN Nation to say strategies for when he is already on the road. Ben's mind was already on the road before he shut off his mic yesterday.
That is 100% true.
And then you double down with him not even being here today.
Ben, absolutely. Because, he could have went remote. We have these things called remote kits, and he could have absolutely been remote. When I went to Florida one time for my girl's family reunion, what did I do? I brought a whole kit. Y'all know I fly Frontier, so that kit ain't cheap to bring. I brought a whole kit down there so I could be available and do the show with my team. Because what? Because I care about you all and I care about KBN Nation. But what did Ben do yesterday? Ben came on air, as you said, solicited help and advice during our show where we talk about sports and other things that are of interest to people. He utilized that for his own personal interests as well. And that's after he eviscerated people a couple months ago.
See, he was doing the thing yesterday. He was blaming all of his mishaps on his concussion. It's been 8 days since his concussion. He was saying all these things like he was getting the reads wrong and words wrong, confusing the topics. But in reality, his mind was just elsewhere. It was already on the road, and that is reflected in the fact that he elicited KBN Nation to make his life even easier because he's already thinking about driving. He's not thinking about you.
Well, Ernie in a barn on the text line, 800-990-3776. Cut Ben some slack. Do you know he suffered a concussion just 10 days ago?
Listen, Ernie in a barn is obviously a comedian. He's being hilarious. Being very hilarious. Ben is going to use this concussion thing for a very, very long time. He's going to lean on that.
It's going to be August. He's going to be, guys, I got concussed 4 months ago.
For sure. And we have in our group chat on YouTube. Yes.
Was this concussion even diagnosed? This is self-diagnosed. He never went to a doctor. If
we're going to ask Tony Cartagena, who was on our show yesterday, who got after the Packer fans a little bit, he told me that the day Ben kind of wasn't feeling his best the day after, he kind of Googled, how do you diagnose a concussion? So they did some rudimentary concussion tests. And they said, none of the physical signs are there. So this was a low-grade concussion, if anything. This is just basketball player energy. If I may.
100% facts. 100%.
On our YouTube group chat, Mad City Brew said this, which is, I need to bring this to the forefront because KBN Nation needs to know my dedication to this show. And he used Bradley. So this is how I know he's getting my attention. But Bradley showed up for work with pink eye. Remember that? I don't even let pink eye get in the way of me showing up.
That was very irresponsible of you as well. Very irresponsible. You could have got everybody in his office pink eye, Brad.
Did anyone else get it?
Thank goodness we didn't.
No, they did not.
I'm glad we didn't. 800-990-3776. I'm just letting everybody know I am the only committed person. And also, Cody asked, is Kyle committed or out of vacation? Let me tell you, I got lots of vacation days. Matter of fact, I got to talk to my supervisor about the fact that I was going to take vacation, but I decided, you know what? Forget that trip I'm going to take. I'm going to be here for the NFL draft, so I didn't take that vacation. So matter of fact, GKB owes me some vacation days that I ended up not taking.
There's something about when you go on vacation, Kyle. You always say that something always happens when you're on vacation. Has that dissuaded you from taking actual vacation days? Because and we had it. You were saying this before. You actually took some days off in the fall, and you're like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Whenever I go on vacation, stuff hits the fan. And sure enough, you came back and you were like, things fell off the wheels.
Every single time. Every single KBN Nation. This is kind of behind the scenes. I'm the director of content of 101.7 The Truth. And I'm telling you, I've been doing this now for 3.5 years. There has never been a time where I have taken a vacation where something hasn't happened, whether there's some type of drama or whether there's some type of system that fails or something big happens. Legitimately, every time I take a vacation, the wheels completely fall off. I come back to a mess. I come back to an absolute mess. And a lot of it is just the fact that, systems go down, things crash. It's just something happens when I'm gone.
That's a quick way to ruin a vacation, too. Real quick way to do it.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you a lot of stories off air about that one. But anyways, I guess you guys don't have to worry about the fact that, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm always going to be here. 800-990-3776. We have so much here for you as we get you ready for your Memorial Day holiday weekend and for different things going on as we honor those who fought for us. We'll also talk a lot of sports here, but keep it locked. You're listening to KBN here on ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Wilde and Tout, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light.
You are looking live. I am looking live at like 18 different things. I've got my glasses on. I can read it. If you don't want to do it, fine. I'll just lean over.
I got it.
Trade proposal. No, forget you. You had your chance. And you compared me to your grandpa. May he rest in peace.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Summer's here, and so are the deals at Target's Hello Summer Sale.
Let's go.
Get ready for perfect patio days with up to 30% off outdoor furniture, rugs, and decor. Banana splits for dinner? Yes, please.
I love it.
Select favorite day ice cream, toppings, and treats are 20% off. And road trip ready summer style is easy to pack with 30% off select swimsuits, tees, and sandals for the whole family. Target's Hello Summer Sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
At Skechers, we put the S in comfort. Now, I know you're probably spelling comfort in your head and asking yourself, is that possible? Am I just a really bad speller? Look, I don't know your spelling aptitude, but Skechers most definitely put the S in comfort because Skechers is the comfort technology company and has developed fits and features that change everything you know about comfort, like hands-free Skechers slip-ins, the ultimate in comfort and convenience. It's footwear you just step into and they're on with no bending down. Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Why settle for just a job when you could have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee new car dealer members have service, technician, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam new car dealer.
For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.jobs. That's ADAMM.jobs.
In Wisconsin, bicycles are legal and intended users of the road. We remind drivers to share the road and make sure to slow down and give at least 3 feet when passing a person biking. Let's make sure everyone, no matter their mode of travel, gets home safely. Learn more at wisconsinbikefed.org.
Being present and in the moment for family activities was impossible because Will Burt was so focused on the constant pain in his leg.
My wife likes to take walks. I always kind of dreaded going on walks because they hurt. The boys both play baseball. I coach their teams. I was going to do them and be in pain and be uncomfortable and kind of sacrifice my own health.
An old Achilles injury left Will coping with agonizing pain until he discovered the natural biologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No surgery or steroids. The procedure took place in the office, and Will walked right out.
I feel great. There's no pain. There's no tenderness.
Patients like Will are feeling amazing and living their best lives.
Ironically, just got off the golf course today. So I think that's a good telltale sign that the Achilles is feeling better.
Don't be in pain another day. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation. Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Finally, warmer weather, green grass, birds chirping. Don't spend your weekend surrounded by all that junk. Get your free, no obligation, same-day estimate from Two Men and a Junk Truck. You'll restore your sanity and reclaim your space when Two Men and a Junk Truck pulls in your driveway. Visit twomenandajuncktruck.com for your free, no obligation estimate today.
Keep what you love, ditch what you don't.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
DJ Strope is back at it here on KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Walls. He's Brad Nortman. You're listening to KBN, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from the One Call That's All Gruber Law Office studio here in downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue at the Sturr Street Market Hall. And we're all just jazzed up, man. We're excited for getting this weekend going. A nice holiday weekend going as well. And speaking about holiday weekends, with this one, getting started basically for me, 5 o'clock, I get a chance to get my holiday weekend going. We all live for these holiday weekends, whether it's Easter when you get the day off, whether it's Labor Day you get the day off, or heck, even Thanksgiving when you get a little bit of time away. We all live for a 3-day weekend, but most people we live for. But then this whole concept of having not having a holiday the whole concept of working year round was rather new to my friend Brad here. So talk about your adjustment here, and what do you prefer when it comes to 3-day weekends, Fridays or Mondays?
Listen, I take my long weekends very seriously now, and there's a reason for that. Because if you think about the school year rhythm, right? Think about growing up, right? All the way through college even. You've got set times where you got a season of like working hard and you're in the school year or you're whatever. And then you get a nice long winter break.
It was
nice. You get a nice long spring break. But then especially the summer break. Ooh, boy, to have like 3 months where you got no school, no responsibilities, all fun. Imagine taking that not even past college, but taking that into your work world. Because in the NFL, I went right into the NFL season, right? So you got fall and winter where it's like, okay, white knuckle, total focus, total commitment. But boy, oh boy, those off seasons, you get a 3-month off season and then you get another 6 weeks in between spring training or like the spring practicing and training camp. You would have these amazing long breaks that I would love. And as much as I loved playing in the NFL, you loved looking forward to those big breaks. So I'm not going to lie. When I finally retired and I started working like normal, quote unquote, jobs, my first year in finance, there was a lot of adjustments. The biggest adjustment was not having a long break. I'm like,
you mean just work? You mean going to work?
Like I'm
having a work week?
I'm like just working all the way through. There's no breaks. There are no breaks going on. This is ridiculous. And by the time, I'm not joking, I got 12 months in, 1 full year of not having like a long sustained break. I'm like, I need a sabbatical. I need a break. I need like a 3-month break.
You needed a sabbatical from being a normal human being, being a regular American that's hardworking.
After 1 year, I was like, I need a long break. These long weekends and then using PTO days to maybe do 1 full week. This ain't enough. I need a sabbatical. Dang it. And so that was a huge adjustment. It's actually funny too. I was talking to some guys at the NFL Media Summit in LA, and guys that were still playing.
Cool.
So cool. They were still playing, and we were talking about life after, and I was just giving them some insight and whatever. And they were like, "How hard is it to not have a break? Like I cannot imagine. Literally, I cannot imagine not having an off season." And I'm like, buddy, it's horrible. Like, it is so bad. So it's a huge adjustment. So yeah, I needed a sabbatical after 1 year of working, and I'm not ashamed to say it. So now I've readjusted. Okay, I'm a fully functioning adult
You
now.
had no choice but to readjust, or you don't
Sure
eat.
did. That's true.
You live off your NFL money for so long.
That's true. So now I take my 3-day work weeks very seriously, and it's got me think, or 3-day work weeks. I wish. Actually, I don't wish, because I like being on the air with you guys. My 3-day weekends very seriously. It got me thinking. Labor Day is a Monday. What's that, Stro?
That seems very insincere.
Of what?
After you said, I wish I had a 3-day work week. Actually, no, I don't. I like you guys. Anyway.
Is that not enough for you? Do I need to gush over my time on the air?
No, I just said it insincere. Continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Well, I do. I do like being on the air with you guys. Look at me.
He's your best friend.
Right,
he knows how much you care. That's very true. At least you're not Ben.
At least I'm not Ben. So I was thinking about Labor Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend, how the days off are the Monday after. And I was thinking to myself, if I had the choice between a Friday off or a Monday off for a long weekend, give me Monday every time. I love the way that it's structured, having Monday off. Because let's be honest, Friday, we got Friday energy right now, don't we, boys? I mean, we're excited. We're hyped. This is like about as good of a work day as you can have because you're so hyped for it. So Friday, it kind of feels like a half day, if I'm going to be quite honest. We're of like a focus level and a good high energy level. This is a fun Friday. Give me Fridays like this all the time. And then additionally, so Fridays are way better. Sunday becomes an elite day. I mean, most Sundays it's like, oh, here we go. It's 3 o'clock. I got to start thinking about Monday, start throttling down. Sunday scaries, they don't exist when Monday is off. So Sundays become absolutely elite, which I love. Usually the best sports are on Sunday. So you can sit back, relax, have a carbless, and just sit back and enjoy it. And then additionally, it gets even better because you got Monday off. You're rewarded with a 4-day work week on the backside of the vacation, which is unbelievable because the hardest part about the vacation, the 3 days off, is coming back to work. So the challenge of a 5-day work week with a 4, it is so much better. It's better in every way. Give me always the Mondays off if I had a choice.
800-990-3776. Old spoiled Brad is sitting here talking about the tough transition of having to be a regular American, a hard-working American, I'll say at that, but coming back to work and having to work for a full year instead of only having to work 6 months out of the year. And that led him to value having 3-day weekends so much more. What do you prefer, Mondays or do you prefer Fridays? Strophy, what do you prefer? And make sure you also go to our poll, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman at ESPN, KBN, ESPN, that's on Twitter. What do you prefer for the day off? Stroph?
I think I'm Team Brad on this one. Fridays are enjoyable, and as we heard Ben, what would it be? Complaining, bitching about earlier, whatever we were doing. I think Friday is already like Friday loose fun energy anyway, and Monday is just a bonus day. I feel like it's a 4-day weekend.
It's a good way to view it, Strophy. I totally agree.
So here's the thing. This is where you're both wrong, okay? I understand. I love days off. I love them. I really do. I don't take enough of them. I don't utilize. They don't carry over here. Oh, no, we carry over 5, and I have to whole another thing. I don't use them all. But here's the thing. Did y'all see the energy Ben had yesterday?
Chaotic?
Yes. Chaotic on a Thursday. You know why?
Because it was his Friday.
Because it was his Friday. There is nothing better because, listen, like Sundays, yeah, they're fun, but Mondays, there's not much to do on a Monday. Your Monday becomes a chill, relaxed day. But you can still always do Sunday Fun Day because people will just, do Sunday Fun Day and recover. There is nothing better than having a Friday off because Thursday, when people are really ready to turn up, really ready to have a good time, there is nothing more fun than that. I got to actually live that. When I worked at Marquette, Catholic University right up the street, you all know about We Are Marquette. We got Good Friday off. And what that meant was at 3 o'clock on Thursday, the day before, we got to leave the office. And what did we do? We went to go do something, a happy hour hangout. You get to kick your weekend off a little bit earlier. And Thursday night, you can party, you can go travel, do what you got to do. But the city is much more fun on a Thursday night and then having Friday all day off where you can relax in the morning, go do something fun, and then go hang out at night. Sunday Fun Day does not change regardless of the fact that you have Monday off. Sunday Fun Day is still something that you do because you're not going to do too much on Monday but relax. But what you're going to do Thursday night and what you're going to do Friday as well, you are turning up. When you take trips to Vegas, when you went to Vegas, did you go to Vegas on a Thursday or did you want to go to Vegas on a Monday?
I mean, I would want to go on a Thursday.
You prefer to be there on a Thursday because everybody know the club go up on a Thursday.
But you're not going to turn up on Sunday if you have Monday off?
I know it. Stroke, thank you, Stroke. The song says Tuesday, but I say Thursday.
but you're gonna. I don't even know what song you're referencing.
You and probably a lot of people in KBN Nation.
But you're telling me on this Sunday, you're not going to live it up like it's another weekend day, like you're borrowing a weekend? You're not going to have a chill Sunday, are you? For Memorial Day, like with Monday off, Sunday you borrow an extra day of the weekend.
Yeah, I would prefer to ball. Honestly, I would have preferred to be like Ben yesterday to know that Thursday night I can go and kick it. For instance, my girl, her mom's in town. When did she come in town? She came in town on a Thursday. I would have loved to be able to just kick it with them, turn up yesterday, have a good time. Nope, had to get ready to go to work the next day. But if I didn't, I would have had a great time last night. But instead, I got to go to bed while they just do all the, have all the fun stuff going on.
Could have used one of your million off days.
No, you know why I couldn't? Because Ben was already going to be gone. Brad, heck, I'm happy Brad's here. He barely got here, and I know you weren't going to be focused on the show. I'm here for KBN Nation. I don't know when I'm going to have.
What do you mean I wasn't focused on the show?
What do you mean you focused on the show?
I'm locked in right now.
You didn't give us one topic today. Knowing it's the day that we ain't going to have Ben, and you didn't give us one topic.
You were pretty quiet in pre-show.
He didn't say because he was coming down off the high of doing the show.
That's not accurate. I was trying to find Ben complaining about Thanksgiving.
That's true. You were pretty locked into finding that audio.
But no, for me, give me my Fridays off. I absolutely love Fridays. I love getting the weekend early. If you need to travel on Thursday like Ben did, you can travel on Thursday. You have a lot of time to go be with family as well. Yes, Mondays are cool. They're nice to have off, but you ain't kicking it on a Monday. You're kicking it Thursday night. You're kicking it Friday night. You're kicking it Saturday night. You are kicking it on Sunday, and a lot of times, and Strofe is probably wanting to talk about it. Strofe, have you had a fun day Sunday or Sunday fun day and went to work on Monday?
Yeah.
Exactly. You can still do that. That's just a regular week. Having Thursday off, ooh, boy, that's a Thursday. That's what I want.
That's a good point.
But see, I feel like the Friday, where you have to work on the Friday, it feels like a light Friday. It's a very light work day today. And then you get rewarded on the back end with a 4-day work week. Coming back to work after a 3-day weekend is a hard thing to do. It's significantly harder when you have 5 days staring you in the face compared to 4. You come back on Tuesday and you're like, whew, we're already almost halfway through the week. Let's go.
You know when it's the best is when the 4th of July is on like a Saturday, so your job gives you that Friday off in observation of the 4th of July, and then Thursday you get to maybe work a half a day. Oh, there's nothing better than that. I'm telling y'all this. 800-990-3776. David on the Talking Text line, and you can also chime in on Talking Text line as well at 800-990-3776. He said Mondays. Not everybody can be a true workhorse like you, Kyle. LOL. I mean,
kind of our workhorse.
I mean, that's what I get paid to do.
Be more like Kyle.
Hey. Yeah, we need a little bit more Kyles over here. Justin Rip in Rona also said having Friday off and going out Thursday with a tea time at 11 on Friday is the absolute best.
What Ben did today.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. That's exactly what Ben did.
Exactly
That's
what
ironic.
Ben did. Austin said Mondays off during the NFL season is clutch, especially after a Sunday night game. And that's basically what you were saying, Brad.
Yeah, boy, in the fall, if you were able to do that, I mean, that sounds unbelievable. That's why Labor Day weekend's so good. But I guess NFL football doesn't start until after Labor Day.
And then lastly, Ron said you couldn't have taken the day off, only done the show at 2 and been able to turn up last night. How long do you need to recover? What Ron doesn't understand is that
that would work for me. Just fine.
That would work. Brad may have the opportunity to do that.
I don't roll in this building till noon at best. I could certainly do that.
It worked.
Right.
It works for some of us, but others aren't as blessed as Brad is to have been able to be talented at something that he actually loved. I love doing this, but he was talented at something where he played in the NFL. When you're an NFLer, you get different hours, man. You get your expertise playing in the NFL trumps anything I can ever say.
Question for you. You mentioned 4th of July placement. It is a Thursday this year.
Oh, am I coming on Friday?
It is not an observed holiday according to our company email.
The 5th isn't the Friday.
Correct.
What are we
gonna do there, fellas?
This is I'm gonna tell you this.
You think Brad's coming to work on Friday?
What email is that? What email are we talking about? You know I ain't gonna be here.
Wait a minute, Brad. Don't pull the Magic Johnson like Stroke.
Someone's got to be on the horn.
So here's the thing.
Packers play on the 23rd of December, by the way.
Yes.
Christmas Eve is not an observed holiday either.
It isn't. That's a tough one. I'm going to tell you this right now. The only reason I'm going to be here on the 5th is because we are going to be live from Summerfest. And so I had some of my teammates over there from The Truth ask me, Kyle, do we got to work on the 5th? I said, yeah. We at Summerfest. We at the largest music festival in the world, live from the lakefront. So I'm keeping it real, because had we not had to be at Summerfest, I would have took the day off. I would have said, Brian, hey, put it in national that day. But I'll be here. Brad, this is breaking news to you. I'm sure you're pondering what your holiday will be.
No, I already tell you, I'm not going to be here. I'll tell you this right now. I won't hold you in suspense. I ain't going to be here. Classic Magic Johnson.
All right,
Don't even need to second guess it.
Well, it might just be Kay, and who knows if Stroke's going to be here. It may just be me on the nice holiday weekend. 800-990-3776. Mondays or Fridays? What is the 3-day weekend you'd rather have? Would you rather have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, or would you rather have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off as we get ready for this Memorial Day weekend? But coming up next, somebody who loves taking vacations during the offseason. I mean, Brad, he said, listen, bumps that. I might work on radio, but I'm still an NFL guy. I'm taking my vacation. The good old Tausch. He'll be joining us next right here on KBN.
I'm not going to be here.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad. Awesome. I had nothing before then.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad.
Hey, Russ, what up, Russ?
Awesome. And I'm going to read this word for word.
Yeah, all right, let's give him the floor. I'm going to
Yeah, don't interrupt, dang it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Spring is here, and your Milwaukee and Chicago area IKEA stores are rolling the savings outdoors for the annual sidewalk sale. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, Bolingbrook, and Schaumburg from May 10th to the 27th for a wide variety of furniture and home furnishings at big discount. New products will be added throughout the sale. And don't miss IKEA's Sidewalk Sale Super Saturdays, May 11th, 18th, and 25th, where the first 200 IKEA family members receive a $25 gift card. Not an IKEA family member yet? Visit IKEA.com/US to sign up today.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
Tired of looking at dusty, dirty, and cracked garage floors? Hi, this is ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta, and I'm here to tell you how you can get a fresh new look with Floor Shield by Showtime Floors. Using a state-of-the-art coating 4 times stronger than traditional epoxy, it's tough enough to be used in military bases and airports. Floor Shield is certified as an anti-slip floor. It's also eco-friendly, all while being UV stable, and my favorite part, easy to clean. Contact Showtime Floors today and mention ESPN for 10% off. ShowtimeFloors.com.
Value and savings keep on coming with quick hot savings from Quick Trip. And right now, we're cooling off with $2.49 a gallon Nature's Touch milk. All 1 gallon, 2%, 1%, and skim Nature's Touch milk, just $2.49. Looking to make that perfect movie night milkshake? Or how about making those morning waffles extra fluffy? Our fresh, straight from our dairy Nature's Touch milk is on sale and ready to hit your fridge. With quick hot savings from Quick Trip, we're here to save you some moolah.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, we have liftoff, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Golfers, listen up. It's Gabe Neitzel from On the Tee, and we are heading to Scotland with our friends at Wisconsin Golf Trips. That's right, Scotland. You can join myself and Stephen Watson as we head overseas to play some of the best courses in the world. This package includes green fees, lodging, transportation, and more. But there are only a limited amount of spots available, so sign up now. For information on the trip and a link for paying, you can text GOLF right now to the ESPN Milwaukee Talk and Text line at 800-990-3776. That's GOLF to 800-990-3776.
I'm Ben Jewick with Coakley Brothers and Brothers Interiors. The crew is winning ball games here in Milwaukee and around the country. Our team stands ready to help your organization win across North America. Powered by Coakley Connect, our revolutionary facilities management platform, the Coakley crew supports clients across the country manage their real estate portfolio, offering facility-focused products and services, interior design, construction, new furniture, installation, and move management. We'll help you create and manage interior environments that drive your teams forward. Visit CoakleyBrothers.com and hit a home run.
Mark Tauscher on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Remember, if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, then you don't need it.
This threw Brad off. Brad said the remix.
Remix. Whoa. I was not ready for that.
Yeah, he's trying to get us turned up and lit on a holiday weekend on a Friday as we all get prepared for a 3-day weekend. But what is a better way to get you ready for your 3-day weekend other than having Mark Tauscher from Wildy and Tausch, which you can hear on ESPN Wisconsin every weekday from 9 to 12. Tauschi, welcome back.
Good to be back. Good to be with you guys this afternoon.
Yeah, Machu Picchu, is that where you were? Is that how you say it? Is that where you were? Is that a mountain? Where is that? What is that?
Yeah, say it again, Kyle. I want to make sure.
Machu Picchu?
Machu Picchu.
Let's see how long till we get it right. Machu
Picchu. Like Pikachu.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to spell it because I'm going to be honest. I went there, spent time there, and I still don't know how to spell it. So I'm not going to ask you to do that, but it's beautiful. I just told Strophy, make sure if you can go when you're a little younger because it is challenging. There's a lot of altitude. There's a lot of steps. It's very slippery. There's a lot of things going on, but it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, according to whoever wrote that, and it's a beautiful spot.
Is that in like Sri Lanka or something like that?
No. Guess again. This is kind of fun.
Is it in Asia?
I know where it is.
Oh, you know where it is?
No, you keep guessing.
It's in Asia, right? Oh, no. Wow. What is it? Europe?
No.
It's not in America. No. Machu Picchu.
Yeah, which America?
Oh, it's in South America.
There you go.
Oh, Colombia, Costa Rica. Chile. Where the hell is this place at?
Begins with a P.
Peru. Machu. Okay, Machu Picchu. I think I knew that. Maybe I didn't.
You definitely did. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know a ton either. I had not been to South America, so that was my first voyage. And it's weird because you go on a long trip and, you have a bunch of hours in an airplane. And typically you go, if you go to Australia or something else and you get jet lag and everything else. It was the exact same time zone as Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So that part was just weird.
That's
but
nice.
Then it got super dark at like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. And with the equator, I've never really understood, the axis and the sun and how that all worked. But it's, I guess, fall there. I don't know. It was definitely darker earlier than I anticipated.
Yeah, I believe that south of the hemisphere, it's inverted to our seasons, which is wild. It's hard to get your mind around. But Tausch, you're entering at a perfect time in our conversation because I got 2 questions. One is, what was the thought process behind coming back and working on a Friday and not just taking the Friday off and just continuing one long, holiday stretch?
Yeah, I took some heat on that from Wildy and from Jesse this morning, and my point is I take a lot of vacations. We go on some fun trips. And when I'm back, I'm going to work. I'm not going to – I don't need to take – we have – Eleanor's got a bunch of softball this weekend. So if I was going to go up north or go do something, big, I would have went and done it. But since I'm here, why would I not work? I guess there's the disconnect, and it wasn't as if we planned this out a long time ago to go to Machu Picchu. So I wasn't going to just take a day to take a day. I wanted to jump back in, and I guess maybe I just looked at it from a different perspective because you're not the first person to ask me that.
Tausch, that's why you're the best. You're eager to work, you're hungry to work, and when you're there available, you're getting after it.
Yeah, I like to grind. No question about that.
So we need your input on what we were just discussing. If you had a 3-day weekend, like we're about to have here for Memorial Day weekend, do you prefer having Friday off or Monday off?
Oh, it's always Friday. The nice thing is, I think when it comes to this, you can really celebrate and expect, the Sunday can be a big day, and then Monday you can kind of round back into form. But I always want Fridays off. If you look at my work schedule for the last 8 years since I've been working for GKB, I take a lot of Fridays typically because there's either hockey or something going on. But also, I would much rather do that because it gets to be Sunday. You get a lot of sports that have happened. I want to get back on air. I want to be back working. So just in general, I think it's more unique to have that Monday. I think most people are always going to go with the Friday because it gets your weekend started earlier, and then you can actually spill it can be Thursday, and you don't feel like you're really missing a ton. Whereas if you take off Monday, it's the start of a new week, and it feels like you're behind the 8 ball the whole time.
I know you were going around the world, but the Packers did have OTA start this week, and I'm not sure if you saw, the Packers had almost perfect attendance. I believe one person wasn't there, and it was for personal reasons. How important are OTAs for the Green Bay Packers this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always important to just kind of get a gauge for where your team is. And I know veteran players, a lot of times when we had these discussions with Aaron Rodgers not coming, you have different things that are going on, but I think it's a really great sign. You have how the team finished last season. Obviously, there's different players, but your core group is back, and you really get that camaraderie. And it was always one of mine, and Brad, I don't know if you felt this way. I thoroughly enjoyed the off-season workout program, even if it was 3 or 4 days a week, because that's the time you go work out, you do all that. Then there's time to actually go hang out. If it's playing golf, if it's going bowling, if it's just going up playing cards, having dinner, that's really when you can start forming those bonds with your teammates off the field. Because once football season starts and training camp gets going, it's football all the time. Here you get you do your football stuff, and then you have time to really get an understanding of what makes a guy tick. That's where you really start forming those friendships with guys on the team, is throughout this OTA minicamp process. And the fact that Green Bay is as young as it is and has the attendance it has I think is a great sign for Packer fans.
Yeah, Tausch, you're exactly right. I mean, it represents a very low-stress time to be around the team, to get work in, and certainly for relationship building. But I got to ask you on this one. So the window for Jordan Love to have signed a contract has opened up, and I know we're all Jordan Love guys here, so if we're the Green Bay Packers, we want to sign him. But it seems like this might not happen as quick as at least I estimated it to be. But I got to ask you, at what point would you start to become concerned if Jordan Love isn't signed yet?
Yeah, I think from a Packer standpoint, you have that big shareholders meeting, and then training camp usually starts 2 or 3 days after that. I would think, because the question is, that's when the concern level, to answer your question, Brad, it would be right around that time, so end of July, because the question I'm going to have is Jordan Love going to play under this contract? Is he going to play for $11 million this year? I don't think his representation is going to advise him to do that. And I don't think the Packers are going to expect him to do that. But then where is that line of delineation? When will Jordan Love say, I'm not doing this at this price point? Is it going to be the beginning of training camp? I don't think there'll be any way that he does not show up. He's the leader of this football team. He's still young in his career development, and it just worked out that his contract, he's got 1 year left on his deal. Is he going to, at some point, say, I'm not going to play if you don't give me a new deal? I don't know the answer to that, and I don't think anybody does. But I think the answer he gave Domofsky this week after one of the OTAs was, we'll see how this all works out. It wasn't, yes, definitely I'm going to play, or no, I'm not. But it just makes you feel like if it gets to training camp, that's when I think you could start being concerned. You still have 2 months, 2.5 months, or whatever it is, to kind of let that shake itself out. But I think figuring out what Jordan Love's plan is going to be if he doesn't get that contract, then you put the ball back in the Packers' court. Because right now, I don't think Green Bay wants to get a deal done with him, but Green Bay's not going to be mad if Jordan Love is playing on an $11 million a year deal and just letting it play out. That's actually exactly, if it strictly comes down to finances, Green Bay doesn't have any problem with letting that happen.
Yeah, but I don't think that should be the thing that the Packers allow to happen. Now, Tausch, I was a little bit concerned about something. The Green Bay Packers got a new strength and conditioning coach this offseason. And then Zach Tom has a torn pectoral muscle. And then also Tucker Kraft has a torn pectoral muscle. And then Matt LaFleur has a torn pectoral muscle. Should we be concerned about this transition to a new strength and conditioning coach and then all these injuries really popping up like this?
Obviously it's not ideal, and I think every strength coach has different things that they are going to focus on and try to figure out what their methodology is going to lead to. And so I'm sure usually if you pop a pec, it's from a bench. You're bench pressing, you're doing some free weights, but it's going to be you're doing some type of benching, and you wonder now, well, are you guys warming up enough and anything else? Because it can happen to one guy. If it happens to 2, 3, 4 guys, all of a sudden that trend starts looking and you say, well, why is this happening? This didn't happen before. Just like I think a lot of the strength and conditioning staff took a lot of heat for some of the soft tissue injuries in the past, and now the new strength and conditioning team comes in. Sounds like they're doing longer warm-ups before practice and everything else. So you're trying to find that out. I never have been one to blame the strength and conditioning staff for all of that. I think it's more you're trying to get these guys ready, and especially with the short off seasons now. So am I concerned? I think it's something you definitely want to monitor, because the last thing you want to have happen is some of these injuries continue to pop up, and then when the season starts, you can't afford to have guys missing time in that regular season because your bench program or whatever you're doing is causing a bunch of pec injuries.
Tausch, we talked about this earlier in the week, so one more quick one before we let you go, because I know I'm going to be doing this weekend. Around a bonfire, you got your marshmallow set up for your s'more. Are you the kind of guy that just sticks the marshmallow in the flame?
S'more?
A s'more?
So, the way he says it the first time, always s'more. He always says it with an extra little schmuck.
I'm getting a little bit excitable over here. I'm just thinking about it.
French.
My mouth is watering.
It's very French.
Yes.
Okay.
I could be French. That sounds good to me.
He does look like it.
Yeah. But I got to ask, are you the kind of guy that just puts the marshmallow right in the flame, chars it, scorches it? Or are you the kind of guy that's patient, kind of rotisseries it, gets that golden brown outside?
Yeah, I like to think of myself as the patient rotisserie type, but no, I melt the marshmallow, get it on there, throw the chocolate on, let's go to work. I want it done yesterday. So, no, as much as I think it is important, I think the marshmallow is the key to the whole s'more, as you put it. I don't think it's the chocolate. It's the correct cook on the marshmallow, and if you can get that right where it melts and it's not uber sticky everywhere else, that's how you do it. So the rotisserie, and I think being very deliberate with your approach is the way to go. Unfortunately, that's just not me.
Tausch, you got anything for us?
Have a great weekend, boys.
Yeah, you too.
Certainly
Coming
will.
back from Peru, Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu. And where did you say it was at first? What was the first guess?
I thought it was in Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
I always thought it was like some mountains or hills. I don't know. Who knows?
No, I hear you.
Thank you, Tausch.
Thanks, Tausch.
Yes, sir. That is Mark Tauscher. You can hear OT every weekday on Wildy and Tausch from 9 a.m. to noon right here on ESPN Wisconsin. We'll have more on the other side. Caleb Williams sucks. We'll talk about that.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
The fact that I, within a month and a half, would have an opportunity to have Sierra thinking about me, oh, my goodness. I signed up to be with y'all, but I will happily be with Sierra.
All right, take it easy. Put it in the pants. Put it in the pants.
Stop it. Not that type of happy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Here's to the volunteers. Junior Achievement in Wisconsin is celebrating Volunteer Appreciation Month by recognizing our heroes, the volunteers who make our work possible. These remarkable individuals bring real-world experience into classrooms, mentoring students from kindergarten through high school on financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship. Make an impact on someone's life. Visit wisconsin.ja.org to learn about volunteering yourself. Junior Achievement, inspiring, preparing, succeeding.
Hey guys, it's Brad Nortman here to tell you about a great offer at Bank 5-9. I know we're all looking for ways to save our money, and at Bank 5-9, you can earn more by opening a money market account today. With rates as high as 5.3%, you'll earn more while working with a true local community bank. Be sure to check out their great CDs too. Helping you save more of your money is another way Bank 5-9 is making lives better. For details, visit bank59.com/MM specials. Member FDIC.
Fleet Farm has everything you need to reel in even more fish this summer. Rod and reel combos? We've got them. Exclusive lures you won't find anywhere else? You betcha. And this week, Berkeley Gulp Plastics and Scents are on sale for 20% off. Plus, keep your drinks cold and food fresh on those marathon fishing days with our huge selection of Yeti coolers and drinkware, featuring new seasonal colors like Big Wave Blue. Angle in to get everything you need for your everyday life at Fleet Farm.
Even when you get a great price, diamonds cost a lot of money.
But we want you to be able to buy the engagement ring you really want.
You won't have to settle for anything less than fantastic when you come to Kessler's.
We do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
Friendly financing makes it possible.
We can give you 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit.
And with approved credit, we can give you 36 months to pay with just 9.99%.
And if getting your credit approved is a problem, we've even got second chance financing for people who deserve a second chance.
Don't settle for second best. Come to Kessler's.
Seriously, we do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
That's the sort of thing you can expect from us when you hear us say, welcome to Kessler's.
Welcome to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com. And one more thing. Welcome to Kessler's.
People across Wisconsin are enjoying the rewards, stability, and flexibility of a career in healthcare. Why not you? WIS Caregiver Careers can get you started as a certified direct care professional. You'll learn the skills you need to make life better for older adults or people with a disability. All training is free and online. Plus, earn $500 in bonuses. Start your new career. Sign up today at WisCaregiverCDCP.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Finally, warmer weather, green grass, birds chirping. Don't spend your weekend surrounded by all that junk. Get your free, no obligation, same day estimate from Two Men and a Junk Truck. You'll restore your sanity and reclaim your space when Two Men and a Junk Truck pulls in your driveway. Visit twomenandajuncktruck.com for your free, no obligation estimate today.
Keep what you love, ditch what you don't.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame Dollar Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and curbless, ready-to-drink cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun.
Oh, it's rainy out there. It's going to be followed up by warm weather later. It's the perfect time of year to be like, you know what? Those old windows, those old doors, it's time to move on from them. You've been thinking about it? Here's your solution. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I've seen it for myself. I've been to the showroom alongside Ben Brust. I've seen the luxury. I've seen the innovation. I've seen the reliability. Pella Windows and Doors will give your home the much-needed boost increase your home value, but also decrease energy costs. Keep the coal there where it deserves to be, all those bugs and rain. Keep all that outside. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin has what you need to fortify your home, and right now is the best time to do it. Order today and you get 0% for up to 48 months. That's right, 1, 2, 3, 4 years of 0%. In this economy, how can Pella offer that? They want to give you the savings. Set up your free in-home consultation now at PellaWI.com.
It is KBN, Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. No Brust today as he took yesterday off too, but today he is officially not here as he is on vacation.
Yeah, he was mentally off yesterday, physically here. It's the best way.
I'm not going to be here.
He wasn't there yesterday, nor is he here today. But before the break, it just tickles me. It really does. I said Caleb Williams sucks because Caleb Williams, he sucked yesterday. He was bad.
Caleb Williams sucks.
Yeah, they had practice open to the media, and Caleb Williams, he struggled. And I just find this laughable because Bears fans thought he was the next greatest thing, which he still could be a great quarterback. I'm not saying that there's no opportunity for him to be great, but they were coming in here thinking that Caleb Williams was going to be the best quarterback in the NFC North for the next 5 years, that he was going to be the guy that led them to beat the Packers, a guy that can lead them to 10-plus wins. And early on, they act like the fact that it was impossible for him to run into some struggles. So I find it comical when I go on ESPN.com and I hear Bears vets lift up Caleb Williams after struggling in practice.
Here's what Bears fans can learn, right? Because we've had David Kaplan from our sister station, ESPN Chicago, come on our program and say Caleb Williams is going to be second only to Michael Jordan in the lore of great.
How about Jays and Jordan ain't played in the league in like 15 years.
Yeah, and he is someone who is a different stratosphere when it comes to athletes. But to say that Caleb Williams is going to be second in Chicago only to Michael Jordan before he's even taken an NFL snap, I hope this is a cautionary tale, right? Because look, like you said, Caleb Williams, he might turn out to be a really good quarterback. And to be fair, there were some not great reports of Jordan Love when he was playing, whether it be his rookie year or even most recently.
Yeah.
But Packer fans, to Packer fans' credit,
yes,
they said, boy, I don't know what we got in Jordan Love. I'm concerned. We had Favre, we had Rodgers, Jordan Love. I don't know. Is this going to be the start of the lean years like the 70s and 80s for the Green Bay Packers? So there was always a bit of caution. There was always a bit of like temper expectations and wait to see if Jordan Love can put it on the field. Bears fans, they don't do that. They rush right to crown their next guy. And I just hope this is something for Bears fans to realize. Say, hold on. This guy hasn't taken one snap in the NFL. And of course, there's going to be struggles. He might be great. He might be terrible. He might be somewhere in between. So let's just slow down, Bears fans, before you start talking all that trash, before you start crowning him as the next great NFL star. Why don't we let him actually play some NFL games first and have the proof to back that up?
Caleb Williams sucks. That's true. It's true. He sucked yesterday.
Currently, he sucks. That's all we know.
There is something
Caleb Williams sucks.
There's something about when people don, especially at that quarterback position, that ugly orange jersey. Once they put that on at the quarterback position, they immediately become worse at their job, immediately become worse at what they're doing. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and you just kind of alluded to it now. You can't crown people without making them earn things, right? You can't. He has been given this number one, quarterback starting position. I understand he's a first overall pick, but make him earn it. Make him work for something, because now what you're doing is you have thrust him into a position that says, here's the keys to the offense. You're the guy to lead it. And now all the pressure falls on him. You don't have a veteran to just say, hey, we're going to have this vet. Caleb has to compete, and he has somebody to lean on. Nope. It's all Caleb Williams, and it's to the point where DJ Moore was talking about growing pains. It's frustrating, but we also know we're learning a new system. Like, this is not what they expected, and I find it hilarious and comical that Bears fans now have to be shaking in their boots saying, well, it's early. They're going to be saying this because what's going to happen? He's going to struggle early in the season. They're going to say, well, it's early, No, I'm telling y'all this right now. They made a huge mistake by not bringing in not just competition. It's not about that, but bringing in somebody to keep him motivated and have him understand that everything in life is earned, especially in the NFL. Everything should be earned. There should be you have to work for your opportunity to be a starting quarterback. It shouldn't just be handed to you.
Yeah, I mean, competition even if you're the first overall draft pick, and even though everybody knows, maybe it's a bad kept secret that you're going to be the starter, just even the mental presence of another guy there to push you. It pushes you in ways that competition can only do it. And he's going to have days like this. He's going to have games like this where you look back and say, oof, that is ugly. But we'll say this right now. If Caleb Williams, not just on a one-game sample size, but over the course of one full year, maybe several years, when he tries to become the franchise quarterback that the Chicago Bears hope him to be, he's got all the weapons around him. I mean, those weapons that the Bears have, they're better than the Packer weapons. I think we can all agree on that. You might push back on that, Kyle, but they're more established than the Packer weapons, that's for sure. And they have an improved O-line. They got a pretty good defense. And he's the best talent since Andrew Luck, probably the best prospect, or at least a top 5 quarterback prospect in the last 25 years. If he ends up failing in Chicago, you know there is some kind of curse just hanging around that program. That you are right, that once you put that C on your helmet,
and put that ugly jersey on,
something happens, because he's got the weapons, he's got the running back, he's got the defense, and he is one of the best prospects in a long time. If he can't make it work there, I'm not sure anyone can make it work.
Bears fan sucks, so does Caleb Williams as well. They made a huge mistake by not having some type of veteran. Even last year with Bryce Young, who struggled, he had Andy Dalton on the roster. They didn't do anything. They have a backup quarterback, Tyson Bagent, whatever it is. They've done a terrible job of creating that competition, having some type of role model. They always find a way to flub this up. They always find a way to mess this up, and it always makes me so happy. There's nothing better than me celebrating the Green Bay Packers having almost 100% attendance at their OTAs. There's only one person being out because of personal reasons, and then reading headlines about how the next great thing, Caleb Williams has struggled. Boy, I love being a Packers fan.
You sure do, Kyle.
I do.
It's good to be on the north side of the border, I will say.
It always is. 800-990-3776. Let me know if you, like me, believe that Caleb Williams sucks. We'll have that and so much more on the other side. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Caleb Williams sucks. Caleb Williams sucks.
Summer with Saz's. Wonton-wrapped mozzarella sticks, refreshing craft cocktails, crispy sour cream and chive fries, barbecue pulled pork sandwiches, you name it, they've got it. Saz's Steakhouse has been a Milwaukee staple for almost 50 years. So grab your friends and come experience the finest for yourself. Join them on their outdoor patio or pull up a seat at Saz's famous Round Bar. Complimentary shuttles are ready to take you to games and concerts at AmFam Field. Located at 55th and State. Learn more at saz's.com.
The 10th annual Best Buddies Golf Outing happens June 10th at Ironwood Golf Course in Sussex and is the hottest ticket in June. Foursomes are $700 and include lunch, beverages, and snacks on the course throughout the day, plus appetizers after. All proceeds benefit Best Buddies in Wisconsin, an organization dedicated to creating opportunities, friendship, employment, and leadership development for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Hit a few balls, miss a few balls, and meet some new friends along the way, and maybe win a few raffle prizes too. Visit bestbuddies.org/Wisconsin for more information.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Bradley Nortman, the longtime NFL punter, now and also Wisconsin great.
Ooh, I'll take Wisconsin great.
I would say you're the best punter in Wisconsin history. I don't know what the statistics say, but I would say based off the fact that you punted, you were starting all 4 years, weren't you?
All 4 years.
Yeah.
That's right. I think. No. I was.
Wouldn't you know that?
No. Hold on. I was gonna. That was the start of a sentence. I was gonna say I think I'm the only punter to play in the NFL from Wisconsin as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, I'm wrong. Stemke. I don't know who that is. Okay, he's a guy from the early 2000s. I think he played 1 season. I'm the longest NFL punter, that's for sure.
You had probably the best specialist, because Taylor Methoff, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Tyler Melhoff.
He was good, but he didn't make it.
No, he didn't. Did John Hall, I remember that name?
I don't remember John Hall. You are the greatest specialist in Wisconsin history. How does that, man, what a distinction and honor for me to work with the greatest specialist in Wisconsin history.
So, I'm not sure I can say that. So, John Hall was a place kicker for the Wisconsin Badgers. He played for the Jets and the Redskins. And it was the
formerly known as the Redskins.
Yeah, formerly known. From 97 to 06. That's 10 years.
Ooh.
Maybe most beloved.
Oh, yeah, you're the most beloved. There it is. In my heart.
Yes.
Number one in my heart.
That's what I care about.
Speaking about in my heart, though, Brad, there's someone that used to be in my heart that is as far away from my heart as he can possibly be.
Oof.
As he makes his return on Monday to American Family Field, and I'm talking about now our arch nemesis, the traitor. Craig Counsell returns to AmFam Field on Monday, Memorial Day, as the Milwaukee Brewers kick off, or I should say, tip off. I don't know what you say in baseball, but
First pitch
off. The Milwaukee Brewers start off a series with the Chicago Cubs on Monday. This will be the first time that Craig Counsell makes his return to AmFam Field. The Brewers played the Cubs earlier at Wrigley, but this will be his first time back in Milwaukee as a manager since he decided to become Benedict Arnold. Brad, we were both upset.
Sure was.
We were fiery about the fact that not only did he decide to leave, and he as in Craig Counsell, he also decided to sell out and become a member of the Chicago Cubs, the hated Chicago Cubs. So as the Cubs come to town on Monday, if you were at that game on Monday, I know a lot of you in KBN Nation will be at that game on Monday, would you cheer or would you boo Craig Counsell?
Well, I'm not going to lie, Kyle. When this happened, we were all upset. I mean, it cut very deep. This was the Milwaukee son, Craig Counsell, born and bred here. And he was in the system at an early age. And was a great manager for the Milwaukee Brewers. It hurt. It stung. And I was angry. And I couldn't imagine a situation where he would walk into American Family Field and I wouldn't boo. I've changed my ways.
What?
I will. I'm not going to the game on Monday, but if I was, I would not boo Craig Counsell. And here's why. This is a situation where, you're dating someone for a long time, and I mean a long time, and you go through a nasty breakup. They leave you. You don't want them to necessarily leave. You offer the best that you can, and they go to greener pastures, at least in their eyes, greener pastures. That initial sting, that is deep. It's visceral. You can't imagine a time where I'm going to look at them and ever not feel these enraged emotions. And maybe the first time then you see them with that other person, you get all those feelings back, right? But time goes on. Time goes on, and eventually you find yourself your own new arm candy. And then our arm candy for the Milwaukee Brewers is Pat Murphy, and Pat Murphy is a babe. I mean, we can be honest. Everything that he brings to the table, he is a dude, and I love being in a relationship with Pat Murphy. So it gets to the point where eventually maybe you run into each other. You run into that old girlfriend from a long time ago, and you run into each other. Maybe you got Pat Murphy right on your shoulder here, and you're like, you know what? I think I'm over you. I think those emotions of hate, of anger, of disgust and betrayal, they've faded away. And not that I can necessarily be happy for you, but I like where I'm at. I like that the team that this Milwaukee Brewers team has had. I feel that way with Craig Counsell. I like this Milwaukee Brewers team. I like the youth. I like the energy. I like the culture that Pat Murphy has instilled to where I'm thinking, I kind of like dating Pat Murphy more than I do Craig Counsell. Oh. So I'm not going to find it in myself to boo. I'm thinking more of the memories that I had with Craig Counsell. I'm thinking, okay, He wasn't so bad. It was a painful process, but I like where I'm at. I'm not going to boo the guy.
Brad, you have disappointed me so much today and this week with your attitude some of these days. But let me tell you something about this. Yes, I am booing Craig Counsell. And here's the thing. I like Pat Murphy, but it's too soon for us to sit here and lock arms and think that we should be over it. You know what Pat Murphy is right now?
Who's that?
He's the rebound girl right now.
He's only the rebound girl. Don't you speak about Pat Murphy like that. He's currently the rebound
girl right now, and I say that because it is too early on to know if this is a lifetime commitment. You are still in the infatuation phase. We haven't even made it halfway through the season yet. I love everything about what Pat Murphy is doing, but let me tell you, y'all call me Flip-Flop Wallace. If the Brewers go on and suck at the end of this year, I'm definitely going to be coming for Pat Murphy head. I enjoy everything that he has done for the team. I love his energy. I love the identity he put on this team. I love the fact that they have a toughness to him. Like, I am definitely infatuated with the fighting Pat Murphys and Pat Murphy as a whole. But I, for one, am a petty individual, and I will be booing Craig Counsell on Monday if I was at that game. Don't you forget that this isn't just about the fact that, oh, Craig Counsell left. No. What you're forgetting is that my animosity is still there is because Craig Counsell didn't just decide to leave Milwaukee, right? Craig Counsell made a decision. He made a decision to say that he was going to go to the Chicago Cubs. He chose to go to a rival. He chose to go to the I-94 rival that we do not like here in Chicago. The fans that come up here and take over AmFam Field. He made that decision. He understood exactly what he was doing. You are delusional and you are crazy if you think I'm cheering for anybody in a dang Cubs uniform. That's what you should be focused on. You're worried about the person of Craig Counsell. No. I'm worried about the fact that when he steps on that field, he's going to have on a Chicago Cubs hoodie or a Chicago Cubs jersey. It ain't going to say Milwaukee. It's going to say Chicago Cubs. That is the reason why everybody should be booing Craig Counsell. If Brett Favre is going to get booed, if Aaron Rodgers would get booed, he came back, Craig Counsell ain't won us nothing. So he definitely should get booed.
If you're dating someone and they break up with you and they go to somebody else, and it's because they treat them better, then how can you blame them? The Cubs treated Craig Counsell better than the Milwaukee Brewers. So if there's anyone to boo, it's Mark Antanasio saying, pay this man if you're going to keep him here.
No, I'm going to look into the camera right now.
The Cubs are treating him better. They're paying him more money. They're giving him more power.
Oh, you stop. Listen. KBN Nation, follow us and watch us live right now on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and ESPN Madison YouTube. I want you to know this right now. I apologize for what you're hearing from Brad. I am a real fan. I am a real Milwaukee Brewers fan, and I understand what Brad is saying is lunacy. It is crazy. How dare he talk about cheering for the Chicago Cubs? I would never cheer for the Chicago Cubs. Anybody that claps for the Chicago Cubs is not a fan. Is not a fan whatsoever. You, my friend, will be clapping for the Chicago Cubs if you clap for Craig Counsell. I'll be danged if I ever did that.
Well, hold on. I'm not saying I'm clapping for the Cubs.
No, you're clapping.
I'm not insane. I'm not booing him.
No, you need to.
I'm holding my hands nice and silent, holding them right there. I will not add to the boos at American Family Field.
Why would you not boo anything that has to do with the Chicago Cubs, Bradley? I don't understand it. He is part of the Cubs. That is what comes along with it. Anytime they come out on the field, you should be booing. Boo! Boo! I don't care who it is. If you have on that uniform with that little baby Cub on it for that little baby team in Chicago, you should be booing them. So if he walks out to give the lineup card to the manager, it should be boo birds. If he goes you
normally boo the Cubs, no matter what.
Yeah, I hate the Cubs. I boo Cubs fans. I don't like anything about Cubs fans. And they're going to be taking over Milwaukee, especially on the holiday weekend. They're definitely going to be up here because it's a better city than Chicago.
Well, that's true. So I would never cheer for the Cubs. Let's not go that far. There's a
not booing is a cheer.
No, that's not a cheer.
Not booing is a cheer.
Don't live in the black and white, Kyle.
You're being silent.
Gray area. There is no chance that not booing and cheering are two completely different things. Completely different. And I would never cheer for the Cubs no matter who's on the team or who is managing the team. So let's set that record straight real quick. But I'm not going to boo. No, I don't normally boo an opposing team. I don't normally boo an opposing player.
What?
So I'm not going to go out of my way to change that now just because Craig Counsell broke my heart. I like where I'm at. I like my relationship status with Pat Murphy. Go get him. If you think the Cubs treat you better because they pay you more money, which they absolutely did, then how can I be mad at them?
800-990-3776. Who do you agree with? Do you agree with Brad? do you think that no one should boo Craig Counsell because of the fact that, you're over it and, he was a good coach for us? Are you with me who is saying that we are going to be petty and we're going to boo anybody that puts on a Cubs uniform? Stroke, what are you doing on Monday? Are you cheering or are you booing? Boo! Thank you. That is a real Brewers fan right there. And I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said?
Oh, wow.
He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs. Our day begins to end. Our lives end when you don't boo him. You need to boo that man.
I was not expecting a Martin Luther King quote with this subject matter.
That's how important it is. That's how strongly I feel that I need to go and get Brother Martin in order to let you know how important it is for us to not only boo Craig Counsell, you are also booing the Cubs as well, man. If you are not booing, if you're staying silent, you are not a true Brewers fan.
So if I stay silent, I'm letting him get away with it, right? I'm letting him get away with it.
Now you're talking. You understand it. A place that you don't want to stay silent and you want to enjoy is the PGA Tour Championship, which is coming to Wisconsin as the American Family Insurance Championship makes its return to University Ridge Golf Course on Friday, June 7th through Sunday, June 9th. We'll be broadcasting live from there. Well, I should say I will be there. I don't know what Brad and Ben and the way they handle their schedules. They may not be there. But you should definitely come and enjoy the PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship on June 7th through June 9th at University Ridge Golf Course. I've talked about this before. Make sure you get your tickets at amfamchampionship.com. Not only do you get a chance to see great golf, you also get to see the 3-time Grammy Award-winning Train on Friday, June 7th at Breeze Stevens Field. Brad told me he loves him some Train, don't you?
I sure do.
Absolutely loves to train. And the great thing about this is proceeds will support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and the American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com. That's amfamchampionship.com for a great weekend of golf, music, and supporting a great cause. KBN, more is next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And I said, it just came out. I said, are y'all going to talk the whole show like this? Good for you. For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ribbing me. Oh, you going to clap like that the whole time? You going to laugh like that the whole time?
No.
You going to lay back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in them open seats?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Starting off with some issues, we got a crash on the off-ramp to Locust from 43 northbound, backing things up into the Marquette interchange. Southbound side's going to be slow from Hampton down past Keefe as well. Westbound 94, just west of Highway 100, we got an accident off on the right shoulder there. Other than that, we got westbound 94 slowing out of the Marquette out towards Mitchell Boulevard. Westbound 894 slow out of the Mitchell all the way to about 68th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedules and ticket information at GreatLakesDragaway.com. And check in the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Showers and storms ending. Decreasing clouds, a low of 54. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 72. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Trade proposal, Christian Watson. Packers receive Justin Jefferson. I think I found a way for us to get Ayuk, Jefferson, and T. Higgins and not have to give up all that much.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
For the ultimate sports betting experience, get in the game at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Unleash your inner champion with dozens of betting kiosks, a VIP deck, high-end bar, first-class restaurant, broadcast booth, a 2,000-square-foot video wall, and more. It's a sports fan's paradise, 24/7. Bet above the rest. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Visit the website for more. Must be 21 years old. All bets must be made on site.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for the Bath Authority, and if your bath or shower is old, outdated, has mold and mildew, or broken tiles, you gotta call my friends at the Bath Authority. All Bath Authority products are 100% made in the USA and can be installed in as little as 1 day by a certified factory technician. Elevate your bathroom to a new level of luxury, style, and safety by scheduling your free in-home estimate and getting $1,500 off a new shower or bath, plus 36 months of interest-free financing. Restrictions do apply. TheBathAuthority.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and there is one thing I think everyone can agree on. Potholes stink. And this year's weather will make it one of the worst years yet. Well, Johnson & Sons Paving is ready to take on the challenge with a team that has over 2 decades of experience. When the potholes pop up in your asphalt, Johnson & Sons Paving can patch or replace the whole area. Book an appointment now at johnsonsonspaving.com. Get that appointment booked before May 31st, and you might even see Old T on the job site for a visit. Find full contest details at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison in Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course, camp on site all weekend, and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Make sure you get tickets for the NTT IndyCar Series race at Road America June 6th through the 9th. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
On Thursday, May 30th, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Deco in West Allis. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program, serving thousands of urban elementary students in 49 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey, soul sister, Mr. on the radio, stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. Hey, soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do tonight.
Can I just say?
Go ahead, Brad.
Shout out to Strove with this music.
Oh.
I mean, bringing the vibes in. I'm already thinking about, like, maybe it's a bad thing because I'm already thinking about my weekend. I'm feeling like I'm already ushering in Memorial Day.
I like it, but, I'm a little ratchet. And so, I like to turn up against, some sexy red. I like some ratchet music.
Well, you gave the shout at the Train, who's going to be playing in Madison 2 weeks from tonight. I figured, little Train remix on a Friday?
Oh, this is the Train.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know this was a Train remix. I guess I need to listen. Oh, yeah. That's Soul Sister.
Wait, Train made this song?
Yes.
Hey, snaps.
You know a ton of Train songs, I guarantee it.
Oh, snaps.
Your ratchet showing, Kyle.
Wait a minute. When I do the live read, it says 3-time Grammy Award winner. I heard a Train. I'm like, oh, they're good. I didn't know they made this song.
Yeah, well, not the remix,
but the original.
Yeah, the Soul Sister. So
hey,
everyone
Soul
knows.
Sister, where you, Mr.
I thought you were ratchet.
Radio. Oh, I'm ratchet and everything in between, man.
So everyone knows Drops of Jupiter, obviously. That's like one of their main songs.
I'm sure if you played it, I would know.
So at the bucket, next time bring that in, Strophe. Thank you. Remix if you can find one. That'd be
that's
interesting.
amazing.
A remix
You really
of Drops
gotta
of
be
Jupiter.
a Steven
So
now.
at the Buckinghams, which is a student athlete award thing, I was recognized I was nominated for like some student athlete thing. And they have people that are also musically talented that perform there. Wouldn't you know that Joel Stave, former Wisconsin quarterback, played the heck out of Drops in Jupiter?
Really?
Yes. They rolled out a piano. It was just Joel, a piano, and his voice. And he killed it.
I'm not surprised. Oh, Whitnell guy, right?
Whitnell.
Yeah, shout out to Joel Stave.
I've never heard a bumped up version of Drops of Jupiter like this.
I'm gonna let my anger with Joel go away because Joel was one of the best quarterbacks we had in the last decade from what we had to look at.
Amazingly, that's a fact.
Yeah, so shout out to Joel Stave, man.
Yeah. Love me some Joel. Great guy.
Also,
Great guy.
he seemed really nice and a local kid. Shout out to him for living his dream of being a Badger quarterback.
Yeah, and outstandingly musically inclined.
Yes. 800-990-3776. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Before the break, we were talking about whether or not you would cheer or you would boo for Craig Counsell as he makes his return. And for me, Brad, dude, this is what you should be doing. It's right? It's very easy. I don't understand why any fan will go to a game and not boo somebody, right?
Well, call it the player in me, but I'm not inclined to boo almost anybody. I usually don't boo the opposing team. I don't usually trash talk the
opposing team. Is that from
team.
some type of thing of you getting booed at Ohio State or Michigan State?
Well,
you
get booed everywhere you go.
Yeah,
There's just a level of honestly, as a player, Craig Counsell, he will get booed, right? I mean, he will get booed at American
deservingly so, yes.
So debatably, but I mean, yes, I will not. How about this, Kyle? I will not blame you or anyone out there for booing him.
I'm glad you had to clarify that you wouldn't blame us for doing the right thing.
I just wouldn't do it. But so he'll feel that. That will feel much more to him. But heckling, the booing, I mean, it definitely starts to fall on deaf ears once you've done it enough. But me as a fan, I'm they're out there doing their thing. I'm not going to go ahead and boo them.
Dude, Craig Counsell is just trash for his decision that he made. And some people in the talking text line also agree. 800-990-3776. You should also join in and let us know how you feel about Craig Counsell and whether or not you are booing Craig Counsell. And in the talking text line, Clint Lancaster said Craig Counsell was pretty, but Pat Murphy, I don't know.
I think he's leaning into the girlfriend
rebound analogy.
You read this already. I shouldn't say that on air.
I haven't read it.
Yeah, I'm not going to read that one on air. I probably should have pre-screened that one. That one went a little rated X.
Pat Murphy's a baddie.
No, something else. Yeah, it was something else.
You can't read that one. Yeah, can't read that one.
How about this? Does the fact that the Brewers are so fun and so good under Pat Murphy, does it at least water down your hatred for Craig Counsell? Or no, does it not?
No, it makes me feel vindicated. It makes me feel like you left an opportunity to be part of a young team. That's what it makes me feel like. What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, Strofe just read to me what the text is. Yeah, you can't say that. You can't say that. So sorry, Kyle. I was distracted by the graphic nature of that.
Let's go to the non-graphic ones. And Steve said, listen, this is New Berlin Steve, and we were down for the first game, the Brewers versus the Cubs in Chicago on Friday afternoon this month, and myself and many others were booing Counsell big time. You can hear it. That this weekend, you will hear it even more. I applaud you, Steve, in New Berlin. That is a great thing for you to do. You are a real Brewers fan. Ernie in the barn, he said, you guys need to look at the big picture. Owner Mark Antanasio lowballs him and embarrassed Counsell before the season. This is all on the Brewers. Pull your heads out, boys.
Let them know, Ernie in the barn.
Come on now. Shout out. And then Clint, also, he cleaned it up here. He said, to hell with CC. Oh, my gosh. He just I thought he said stank. He said something that rhymed with stank.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Clint, get some help, man. Get some. It's a freaky weekend. My goodness.
KBN Nation's is ready for a 3-day weekend by the sounds of it. I love it. Is there a point where you won't boo Craig Counsell? Let's fast forward 2 years. It's his third year as manager. Will you always just boo him no matter what?
Is he still wearing a Cubs uniform?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you just answered your own question.
Okay.
What do you mean? Why would that change?
Did you boo Joe Madden when he was the Cubs? I mean, insert any non-Craig Counsell manager.
You know what sucked about Joe Madden is Joe Madden was so cool looking. He had the glasses. He had the
great sayings.
When he was with the Rays, I believe. Before that, he was so likable. I was so upset that he came with the Cubs because then I couldn't like him. I could not like him anymore. It was a struggle because I want to like him, but he's with the Cubs. So yes, you have to boo Joe Madden. He has on a Cubs uniform.
I respect the consistency.
What do you mean? That's what fans do. Ernie in the barn also said, didn't MLK, Malcolm, and Bob Marley preach understanding and love, Kyle? You should be ashamed.
Oh, wow. He's coming at you for that, Kyle.
I mean, listen, Brother Martin and Malcolm didn't preach understanding. Bob Marley, I don't know what he preached. And MLK, you know what in the end he said? He said, maybe I should have been a little bit more vigilant. And so I'm going to be the Martin in the end. I'm going to be Brother Malcolm. I'm going to be vigilant just like the rest of the Brewers fans and the rest of Milwaukee should be as well. Greg, he also said, listen, Kyle, Excuse me, man, it just jumped. I'm sorry. Well, he basically tried to make a joke about me and laughing at the fact that he said, for once, I'm 100% with Kevin Hart Jr. Come on, Newman. You're starting to lose your man card.
A man card? You just respect the people out there.
Yeah, other people, I love it. JD and Fondy saying, Craig, who? I'm loving this. I'm booing that coward to come when he comes, man. This is great, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna try to dissuade you from booing him. Go for it and do it. I'm just saying I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I like this. I definitely like this.
I mean, KBN. This is
Craig is a raggedy jerk. That's what energy I like to hear.
This is a cautionary tale to anyone who thinks they can just walk away from Brewers and, more importantly, KBN Nation. KBN Nation takes names. This tells me that KBN Nation, they don't forget, and they're coming for you. And I respect that.
All right, Brad. So here's my thing. Is there anybody that could ever leave a sports team and you boo?
They would have to...
I got it. If J.J. Jansen, the long-time long snapper of the Carolina Panthers and your best friend in the league, if he went and long snapped elsewhere, let's say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, New Orleans, because that was the rivals.
Well, first of all, my friendship with JJ goes beyond our team, so that's a bad example. But I think it would take them to disrespect the state of Wisconsin, the Brewer organization. Like if Aaron Rodgers was just
disrespected us, but okay.
No, he didn't say anything that was disrespectful.
He's
just taking a better opportunity financially.
Actions speak louder than words.
If Craig Counsell were to say, you know what, my time in Milwaukee was a waste, the organization's a joke, we never accomplished anything, I can't wait to go back there and beat them, then yes, all of that would be grounds for like, dude, you are crossing the line, I will certainly boo you. It would have to take some sort of like poignant disrespect. But I don't think he disrespected the organization.
Brad,
he just took more money elsewhere. I can't blame him.
Brad, your nonsense has basically made the whole KBN Nation upset. You done elicited Terrence from Tulsa to call in. Terrence, let it out. Let them have it.
Brad, I'm just sitting here stuck in traffic on Memorial Day weekend. My inner fib is coming out because that's all they do is sit in traffic all day. And I can't believe what I'm hearing, that we're not going to boo Craig Counsell. This isn't about the person, Craig Counsell. This is about the player-manager, Craig Counsell, who put together one of the worst statistical batting seasons in the history of Major League Baseball in a Milwaukee Brewer uniform, and then went down south to Milwaukee for a few extra pennies, even though he knew it would make every Brewers fan irrationally angry, and he did it without hesitation in the middle of their championship window because he didn't think he was making enough money or getting enough attention. If he spent less time working on his faux hawk, you're like 50, Craig. Get a regular haircut for a grandpa. Maybe he would have been a better manager, wouldn't have pitched all our best players' arms off in the bullpen, and we would have a championship.
Facts.
Man.
Facts. That is a real Brewers fan. That is a real Brewers fan. 800-990-3776. We want to hear from real Brewers fans that still have animosity towards Craig Counsell, not because he left us. It's because he now is the manager for a rival team. To think we should cheer for somebody who's a manager of a rival team is crazy, Brad. It is crazy. Brian in Menominee Falls, I'm telling you, you better be a real Brewers fan.
I'm a real Brewers fan.
All right.
Sorry. I am calling to find out about a 1969 NFL New York Jets helmet with 27 signatures.
What? How can we help you? 27 signatures.
Are you saying you're in possession of this?
Yes, I am.
You have a New York Jets helmet with 27 signatures?
Okay, but listen, Brian. We're not a memorabilia hotline. I don't know how to help you, man. I appreciate you listening. Keep it locked, Brian. I appreciate Brian listening, but I can't help Brian with that memorabilia.
1969. Does that mean Joe Namath is on there?
I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool if it did.
I believe so. Who's screening calls back there, Strophy? 1969.
Hold on a minute.
What was the story with that? What
I
just
think I
happened?
know what happened.
He's a real Brewers fan.
So Jeff from Jeff Sports is on with Homer sometimes, right?
Okay.
Yes, and I don't think Jeff's on right now.
I think he just might think.
Oh, he still thinks that this is the Homer. What was that? Homer and Tony?
Oh, yeah, Homer and Tony.
Oh, yeah. Jeff from Jeff Sports.
That was like 8 months ago.
It's been a while. He hasn't tapped yet. Maybe I sound like Tony or Homer.
Yeah.
I guess.
I have no idea.
I guess, am I Homer and you're Tony?
I guess so. You got
Or
a
are
black
you
and a white
Homer
guy
and I'm
today. He just heard the inflection in our voices and he heard the little color in my voice.
I
and
said,
the
you got something on council? He goes, yeah, the price of something. And I figured he meant council's contract.
Oh.
So that's my bad.
That's all right.
Oh, well.
I can see how you would have thought that.
John in Milwaukee, please tell me you're a real Brewers fan and not going to ask us about memorabilia. John in Milwaukee, you're on KBN.
Yes, sir. How are we doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Great. I just want to make sure you're a real Brewers fan.
Okay, hear me out before you hang up on me, okay? Because I think you need to respect my loyalty. I was born and raised in South Carolina. I've been a lifelong Reds fan, but I want to see the Brewers do great. And I absolutely think that you should eviscerate Craig Counsell because that's just loyalty. And I can't live with this loyalty in my sports life. I can't live with that. If Matt LaFleur got fired and resurfaced with the Bears a couple years later, I could maybe shrug that off, but I could not shrug him off going, you know what, I am leaving this joint, and I'm going to go down to Chicago and coach. That would be unacceptable. That's an unforgivable sin. Absolutely.
John, you are my man. Loyalty. Unforgivable sin. That's what I'm about. I'm about loyalty, Brad. I expected more from you.
Listen, I appreciate that. And I know that this is a deep wound for a lot of Brewers fans. But for this Brewer fan, I'm loving life right now with my girlfriend and Pat Murphy. We're treating each other well. We're having a lot of fun together. And if you wanted to go to someone else that would treat you better, go for it.
You know what? You know what I like about Pat Murphy?
I would honestly, if I was Craig Counsell, I'd probably do the same thing.
You know what I like about Pat Murphy? I feel like Pat Murphy might be one of the guys that, one of them gals. You know what type of girls I like? I like the girls who, where's she at? That's her. That's the ex. And put pause to her as soon as we see her because she's loyal. It's like Pat Murphy is loyal to us. That's
honestly, that's the kind of Pat Murphy energy that would for real. I think I would love that handshake. I think Pat Murphy's bear claws would just like crunch.
Good to see you, Craig,
Good
again.
to see you again. Welcome to Milwaukee. Craig walks away with a crippled hand.
I absolutely love it. 800-990-3776. We're looking for real Brewers fans that will actually boo Craig Counsell when he returns, but we have more on the other side. We have KBN Academy, the last one, coming up next. Keep it locked here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
No, some of those things I say act like I think I'm something that I'm not.
I mean, you can say listen, I'm finna do this show here from 5 to 6.
I'm finna do the shot.
The Homer Hour finna be lit from 5 to 6.
No, I'll never say that again.
It rolls though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's not me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Delays along northbound 43, all because of an accident on the Locust off-ramp. So watch out for that. Going to be slow out of the Marquette all the way up to Keefe. Southbound side slow right past Capitol Drive to Keefe. Westbound 94, a little heavy there from about 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. We do have an accident off on the right shoulder just on 94 westbound, just past Highway 100, but it's not really affecting too many people at this point. Traffic is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedules and ticket information at GreatLakesDragaway.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Night showers and storms ending, decreasing clouds, a low of 54. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 72. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman, getting you ready for summer with Carbless. Ready to drink vodka and tequila cocktails that are handcrafted right here in Wisconsin. Carbless is my go-to refreshing drink, whether it's hanging out inside watching TV or spending time on the patio grilling. Plus, it's perfect to take to the lake or to a brewer's tailgate. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories. Try flavors like pineapple, cranberry, and black cherry, or classic cocktail flavors like Paloma or my favorite, margarita. Find Carbless online or in your local retailer. Less is more this summer with Carbless.
spring into massive April savings with the Midwest #1 automotive leader at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealership. Get incredible spring cleaning sale pricing on America's best-selling brands from both Buick and GMC at nearby Cunis locations in Greenfield and Oak Creek. Your April savings will blossom with incredible spring cleaning savings and discounts on our entire inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Cunis, we make it easy to find the vehicle of your needs, always at a price and payment that you can afford. Spring is the perfect time to refresh your ride. We're paying top Kelly Blue Book values on your trade, no matter what the mileage or condition. The weather's warming and the deals are getting hot at your Cunis Auto Group dealerships, the Midwest #1 automotive leaders. Spring is the season for savings exclusively at your local Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealerships or shop online at shopcunis.com.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
Spending more time at home? Don't forget that 94.5 ESPN's on your smart speaker. Just ask Alexa to open 94.5 ESPN. 94.5 ESPN on Alexa is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's about that time. Memorial Day weekend is almost here. You're probably driving safely to wherever you're going to be. End of the work week, you're going to think about, what do I want to do to celebrate? How am I going to celebrate this weekend? It's with a Carbless in your hand, of course. Carbless pairs perfectly with whatever you're going to be doing this weekend. Hanging out on the patio, barbecue, on the lake. Maybe you're going to the Brewer game next week and you want one tailgating or inside the stadium. There are so many ways that you can sit back, relax, and enjoy a delicious and guilt-free Carbless. Guilt-free because it has no carbs, no sugars, gluten-free, less carbonation. That leads to less bloat. I still don't know how they do it. Perfect carbonation for that crisp taste, but not so much to make me feel like crap when I drink it. 100 calories per can, but man, oh man, it's the flavors that get me every time. Fruit flavors like lemon lime, cranberry, black cherry, or the classic cocktails like margarita, strawberry margarita. Those are hitting particularly good right now. Moscow Mule, Paloma, and so many more. If you haven't tried Carbless yet, it's now your time to try. You're going to be walking into your grocery store and you're going to see Carbless there and a bunch of other options. Don't even worry about the other options. Grab a Carbless. You'll be thankful you did. Discover why less is more. Find them online and at retailers near you.
Carbless is loyal to Milwaukee.
They are. They're made right here in Wisconsin.
I understand that.
They are loyal.
I bet you they love them some Milwaukee Brewers. But you know what I love? Yeah, they do. I love KBN Academy. For one last time, take it away, Strophy.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, you really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
So, just to memorialize KBN Academy, as this will be the last one. Did we decide this was an F segment?
I like the segment personally.
Hold on a minute. Let me rephrase the question. Did we decide it's an F segment because there's no way in hell we should be acting like Ben Brust is a doctor or a professor?
Yeah, the idea of us being professors, particularly Ben Brust.
makes sense.
No, we do. We have our master's degree.
We do have master's degree.
We're hooded. He's barely graduated from college.
Yeah, and we're reminded of that daily. So, it probably never really fit the KBN, particularly the B of KBN. Sorry, Ben.
No shots taken there at all. All right, guys. Aaron Rodgers today on Mad Dog Radio with Adam Sheen said the Jets are must-watch football. Take a listen.
We are must-watch TV, and that's pretty obvious. Everybody knows that. Whether you love me or hate me, people want to see me play. They enjoy watching me play.
That, the former Packers quarterback today on Mad Dog Radio. Kyle, your reaction to the former girlfriend, I guess?
Dog, Aaron Rodgers is becoming the worst. Like his level of arrogance is through the roof. Self-centered, selfish. I mean, like, do people want to watch? Yeah, me. But like, dude, there's nothing worse than a me guy. When did he go from such a team guy to being such a me guy? Yeah, I mean, people want to watch me. We're much see TV. I'm like, dude, who cares?
He might be right, but this just reflects his mindset. He is so toxic. He's so selfish. He's so me-centric. And he's unapologetic in it, right? He has no problem just making it about himself. And he's a great quarterback, but he's a terrible leader, and he is so me-focused in a team sport. That's the problem. And yeah, I'm going to be watching him, and yes, I want to watch him play. So he's right, but he is just become so unlikable. It's hard to even judge how unlikable he is.
You know what's sad about this is that they're probably going to be a good football team.
I think they are.
But Aaron Rodgers is going to be the downfall again this year. I'm telling you this right now, not injury-wise, but there's going to be a point where Aaron Rodgers is the downfall. You can only be a drama queen for so long and so much, and people can only handle it for so long, especially when he has so much control over that organization and Nathaniel Hackett. It is going to be their Achilles heel this year.
Wow, nice pull there.
See what you did there.
Or is that in poor taste? I think that's good.
I mean, I want to be healthy, but the Achilles heel is going to be something else.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, guys. The NCAA and the Power 5 conferences, for some reason includes the Pac-12, have come to an agreement of revenue sharing. I think schools can pay athletes directly up to $20 million beginning in the fall of 2025. Just another chapter in the NIL stage. Is this good? Is this bad? Are we uncertain? Where are we at with the NCAA and the Power 5, which still doesn't make any sense to me, coming to this agreement?
Well, look, they're trying to put some governance on this whole thing. And it's $20 million per school, I believe. So it's like that's not even that much when you consider all the athletes and how much all these athletes are getting. So I guess it's a step in the right direction to try to put some guardrails on the wild, wild west that is NIL. But it's just going to continue to get worse. You have to put way more clamps on it. And when this came out, I was even thinking, like, would I rather stay in this age or go back to the age when I played, when it was, like, insanely restrictive? The answer is somewhere in the middle, but I'd rather have insanely restrictive than this, because this is crazy, man. I mean, everybody is transferring. It's all about money. That's the only thing that moves the needle nowadays, and it's really a shame. Not only for the sport, but for the development of these young men.
Are you jealous that it says all Division I athletes dating back to 2016 are eligible to receive a share as part of the settlement class?
Don't even get me started
in exchange, athletes cannot sue the NCAA for potential antitrust.
Let's just pick a year and say, anything after 2011, we're going to for sure make sure that that's not included. Man, the one clawback I did get was I did join the lawsuit against EA Sports.
Wait a minute. So you're the reason why? You're the reason why I couldn't play NCAA football.
It was already killed at that point. But then that lawsuit of all the student athletes came about, and all you had to do was like fill out a form, and we all did. I got like $4,000.
What?
Yeah.
Ed O'Bannon lawsuit. You got $4,000.
Yeah. Because I was like, yes.
I hope you're happy.
I am happy.
How sad I was for years.
Well, it's not my fault. I'm just riding the coattails. If they're going to put the Russian 45-year-old Brad Nortman in a college sports game, then I deserve to be compensated.
Oh, man.
Isn't that wild, though?
Shout out to my little cousin, man. He's still in college football. I wonder if he gets a little check.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Might have to hit him up.
Sure he does.
So big cuz needs some money.
Yeah, man. He is hitting college football at exactly the right time.
Let me tell you, this is perfect timing for that young man. Congratulations to him. Thank you so much for the last KBN Academy.
Good final KBN Academy.
I mean, it wasn't. We didn't use
pour one out.
Yeah, we didn't use A or F or anything. I guess A for.
That's how you know it's truly dead.
Yeah. School's out.
I got to be honest. It's my fault that segment is dead.
Yeah, he didn't like it coming in, and he killed it. He sabotaged it.
A or F. I never understood it.
A or F, you sabotaged it.
Something can be a C+.
No, is it A or F?
Probably like a B. Probably like a B-. I said.
You're spoken like a non-A student. That's what you are.
I was like a C- student.
Look, you came out.
Just like KBNA.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's why it's going. 800-990-3776. That is how you can get in on the talk and text line. We've been talking about Craig Counsell. We've also been talking a little bit about your holiday weekend. And as we get folks kicked off for the holiday weekend, we still want to know, do you want Mondays or do you want Fridays? We'll have that and so much more. You keep it locked here on ESPN Wisconsin to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is negative. Diana. Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN show streaming on video.
By me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
On Thursday, May 30th, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Deco in West Allis. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program, serving thousands of urban elementary students in 49 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
A season of award-winning golf at Sweetgrass and Sage Run is on the horizon. The Island Resort and Casino Stay and Play golf packages are booking fast, with choice dates available early in the week. After your rounds, visit the Drift Spa for a relaxing or targeted massage session. And enjoy dinner at Horizon's scenic top-floor steakhouse. So many reasons to take a drive. Book your Stay and Play golf package today. Visit islandresortgolf.com.
Steinhaffel's biggest Memorial Day sale ever is happening now. Your chance to save big on hundreds of closeouts and amazing bonus buys. Take an extra $100 off your furniture purchase of $19.99 or more. Spend $29.99 and get a free solo stove. Get all this and more for low monthly payments when you take advantage of Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing. The biggest Memorial Day sale ever, only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com.
Discover the difference at findhigherlove.com/CBD. Higher Love Cannabis Company is the only cultivator in the UP offering organic, clean green certified products. That means quality you can trust every time. With 7 locations across the UP, including Menominee, Norway, and Ironwood, finding your higher love is easier than ever before. And for our friends in Green Bay, Higher Love is less than an hour away. Kindness starts with you. Experience Higher Love today. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD and follow them on social media at findhigherlove.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Value and savings keep on coming with quick hot savings from Quick Trip.
And right now, we're cooling off with $2.49 a gallon Nature's Touch milk. All 1 gallon, 2%, 1%, and skim Nature's Touch milk, just $2.49. Looking to make that perfect movie night milkshake? Or how about making those morning waffles extra fluffy? Our fresh, straight from our dairy Nature's Touch milk is on sale and ready to hit your fridge. With quick hot savings from Quick Trip, we're here to save you some moolah.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I think I have beef now. I think I might be on the anti-Jesse train right now. 800-990-3776. This is KBN, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And guess what? I got to tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy Sports app. What a great weekend it will be to enjoy the sports weekend, but also enjoy Underdog Fantasy Sports. I'm telling y'all this right now. You can download it on their easy-to-use mobile app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com and make sure you sign up using promo code KBN. That's promo code KBN. It's fun and easy to play, and you pick between 2 to 5 players from at least 2 different teams. You select higher or lower on those player stats, and if your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. Yes, 100 times your money. If you think you know sports, you know baseball, you know basketball, this is your chance to win big while doing that. Remember, make sure you use promo code KBN, and they will match your they will give you a special deposit offer and also give you a mystery special pick on your first pick'em entry. Promo code KBN and get in the game with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. I'm upset.
Oh,
I like crosstalk. I do. I enjoy crosstalk with Rutledge and Hamilton. I know there was no Rutledge today. We're going to have Jesse, and I was looking forward to actually having Jesse on and talk to Jesse about, you know what, Jesse, you get a bad rap, but I support you. I just want you to know I support the WBA award-winning Jesse. But knowing that he nixed us today, okay, I'm sorry, but knowing that he nixed us today, that means we don't matter to him.
Yeah, you think Jesse would be eager at the opportunity to come on board our show because sometimes his name gets dragged through the mud.
Exactly.
Usually by the voice chords of Ben Brust. You'd think he'd love the opportunity to show KBN Nation who he is and what he's all about. But, they just said, we're going to pass today.
I didn't even get a courtesy text. He's right there in the same boat with Craig Counsell with me right now.
Oh, wow.
He's just still on our team.
Is there anybody truly in the same bucket as Craig Counsell right now? I mean, not Caleb. Caleb Williams isn't there yet, right?
Oh, no. I mean, Caleb was never a Green Bay Packer. I have no reason to dislike
Were you
him.
Team Favre or Team
sucks.
Packers?
I'm not going to lie. I was a kid. I was a young man when Brett Favre left. I was 18, maybe 17, 18.
So what were you, Team Favre or Team Packers?
I was Team Packers, but I did at the time think the Green Bay Packers did Brett Favre bogus because he could have came back. He said he wanted to unretire, but then I found out later on that he was never coming back, and they made the right decision.
Yeah, it's hard to base your franchise off of a guy that's not consistent, and they had Rodgers. They knew they had Rodgers.
I was young. It was based off emotions. I've grown from that. I don't just let emotions dictate my feelings for anything now.
Never?
Never.
Never happened?
Never.
Oh, yeah, never.
Oh, man.
Definitely never for
never,
him.
Never.
Oh, well, that's been KBN for the first 2 hours. ESPN Madison. Enjoy Jesse Nelson and Matt Hamilton, and for Rutledge and Hamilton, or keep it locked with us even more. But we have more coming on the other side. We're going to talk about cars that Brad has sold. We'll also talk about getting you ready for the holiday weekend with grilling. But keep it locked with KBN. More next.
Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out.
Delays along northbound 43, all because of an accident on the Locust off-ramp. So watch out for that. Going to be slow out of the Marquette all the way up to Keefe. Southbound side slow right past Capitol Drive to Keefe. Westbound 94, a little heavy there from about 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. We do have an accident off on the right shoulder just on 94 westbound, just past Highway 100, but it's not really affecting too many people at this point. Traffic is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedules and ticket information at GreatLakesDragaway.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, showers and storms ending, decreasing clouds, a low of 54. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 72. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Jeff Levering and wife Ashley love their patio door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It's so bright, it's so clear. I can see the kids outside playing, and it makes it comfortable for the life we live.
I love the roll screen. The fact that the screen is on the inside and no drafts, it's a game changer.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. That's 5/31/2024. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's the Faux One Faux Hour at Faux on KBN on a Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, sir, it is, and I love that Memorial Day weekend energy that you are having. It's a long weekend energy you are having, as we have had a conversation talking about so much, but specifically talking about, would you rather have a 3-day weekend where you have Friday off, or rather have a 3-day weekend where you have Monday off?
Just still give me Monday. Give me Monday off. I've already felt like this Friday, it's like a half day, right? Because it just vibes are high. It's feeling loose. It doesn't even feel like work today because you're so excited for the weekend. You get compensated for a 4-day work week next week, and it's Sunday fun day.
Yeah, I mean, speak for yourself. It feels like work. I was here early today, and I'll be going to a great event after.
You actually work a half day like me, it actually does feel like a half day.
I'm glad this does feel like a holiday for you, or a half day for you. But KBN Nation, this is ESPN Milwaukee that you are listening to, and also ESPN Beaver Dam. We asked KBN Nation on Twitter at KBN ESPN. You can find us on Twitter X, KBN ESPN. We asked them, for a 3-day weekend, do you prefer having Friday or Monday off? And Brad, what do you think people have voted?
I actually think people are so looking forward to this weekend that there's going to be a little bit of bias, and they're going to select Monday. 60-40 Monday.
Is
that what it is, 60-40?
It's 60-40 on the dot.
No.
It's 60-40 on the dot. You threw me off.
I need to go to Pato.
And shout out to Ben Brust, who's listening but not working, taking Friday off for the double whammy. Lazy. Absolutely lazy.
He said that?
Notice how he didn't even read the poll question?
He did not.
He said double. I took a Friday off for the double whammy. He didn't even read the poll question.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he's just bragging that he's off today.
He is bragging that he's
even
off
though 6
today.
months ago, he was yelling at people for taking the day before the holiday off.
Listen, Ben is inconsistent. That's one thing I'm learning about Ben.
He calls you a flip-flopper.
Yeah, but he's a flip-flopper knows a flip-flopper, so maybe he's right. Maybe I am a flip-flopper because he definitely 100% is one.
Yeah, and he's showing it. Showing his true colors.
He has shown his true colors, but Brad, you had a nice little story about eBay, and we've gone down this eBay path before where we saw your jersey, your Jacksonville Jaguars game-worn jersey that you don't recall ever donating anyone on eBay. You found something else on eBay?
Well, this is a shout-out to Joe Cobbs. Good name, by the way, Joe Cobbs. He was a former BC guy.
Oh, no, don't like him.
You don't even know him.
Yeah,
To be fair, he was 2 years older than me, so we never played against the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes.
Get it right.
So on Twitter, he sent this to me, and he said, hey, Norty, check it out. But what do you know, on eBay, it's a 2015 Panini Collegiate Wisconsin Badgers Brad Nortman card. And I got to say, it's a beautiful picture of me on playing in the Rose Bowl, leg extended, a card I've never seen before. Usually by this time, first of all, there's not a lot of cards of me floating around out there, or memorabilia in general. So if it is, I'd usually seen it. I had never seen this one before. $12, that's a value right there.
$12 for a card?
$12 for a card.
Isn't a pack like 3?
There's only 25 of these cards floating around in existence, Kyle. So this is a valuable item. But it wasn't the front that necessarily caught my eye, but the back that caught my eye.
That back catches my eye all the time.
Showcasing his booming right leg at Wisconsin. Nortman punted the ball more than 4.5 miles during his 4-year career. That equates to 8,383 yards, fourth most in school history. His 57-yard blast in a 20-14 Champs Sports Bowl win versus Miami in 2009 was the third longest punt ever by a Badgers player in a bowl game.
Oh, wow.
Brad Nortman, Wisconsin Badger, 2008 to 2011.
First of all, no one can read that like Strofe. Well done,
good.
Strofe. Very well read. Very well read. But as I saw that, I was fully expecting just my career stats, no big deal, but this poetic soliloquy of my career, it almost brought me to tears, guys.
So I read that blind. That was my first time reading it.
No way.
Good job. You did a heck of a job doing that.
That's ridiculous.
I mean,
isn't that ridiculous?
That is so. I mean,
4.5 miles.
That is a lot of kicking, man. That is a lot of balls in the air.
Think about taking a football, punting it, and doing that over and over and over until you've walked 4.5 miles. Think about that. And that is the avenue by which they're going to describe my career as a Wisconsin Badgers punter. I didn't know whether to be moved or to be offended by how they described my career.
I mean, did you have any more accolades that you would want on your card?
How about 2 fake punts?
Oh.
How about well, I mean, them shouting out the Champ Sports Bowl is a good one. But again, a very niche. Third longest punt by a Badger player in bowl history. I'm third. I think I'm either second or third. I think I'm third for career punting yards or career punting average at Wisconsin. So if you're going to choose any stat to be third, I'd rather take career punting average than third longest punt in a bowl game.
I'd rather be number one in anything.
Well, we had a good offense, a lot of pooch punting.
Okay, all right. 800-990-3776. Brad gets to brag about the fact that he has game-worn jerseys on eBay. He also gets to brag about the fact that he has, cards from some, I don't even know, Panini Collegiate Wisconsin Badgers gold. I don't even know what this is. Never heard of it.
Third most punts in Wisconsin history at 199 career punts, only behind Kenneth DeBush and Drew Meyer.
Oh, I remember him. That was after you.
Average, you rank fourth at 42.1. Kevin Stemke leads the way with 44.8.
Wow. I think I've been pushed down that list. I think Andy Vunovich.
He was good.
Pushed me down that list.
He was definitely good.
Vunovich 44.3 ranks second.
Oh, powerful.
Yeah, but somehow not in the NFL. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. What would you want on the back of your sports memorabilia card? What would you want your career to actually say? You talked about some of the things. I know some things I would want to say, but you as a former NFL player, but also collegiate player that got drafted in the NFL, 6th-round draft pick, correct?
That's correct.
What would you actually want the back of your card to say?
Well, Strofe, why don't we get that music playing again? I'm gonna rewrite the back of my card. I'm doing this on the fly, mind you. I've not prepared this, but I think here's what I'm gonna have. Once we get that music going. Brad Nortman might be known for his punting ability and for his beautiful leg extension, as you can see on the front of the card. There's no doubt his talent was put on display when the B-52 bomber would drop his bombs from the skies, terrifying punt returners everywhere. But that's not it. As Kirk Herbstreit once called Mr. Nortman, that's right, Mr. Nortman, an offensive weapon, we'd be remiss if we didn't include his offensive stats, which includes 2 rushes for a 14-yard average and 2 first downs in college, and 1 for 1 with a 158.3 passer rating and 29 yards in the NFL. Mr. Nortman was nothing short of a Swiss Army knife, both in college and the NFL. Here's to Mr. Nortman.
That was good.
Like that. How was that?
That was very good on the fly.
I don't think they refer to people on sports cards as Mr. Nortman.
Yeah, I felt, I don't know where that came from, but I felt like there's an air of respect when you do it that way. Not just Nortman, because I think on the back of the card, it just said Nortman. That sounds like the guy that calls me Newman on the talking text line. They're just saying Nortman. You got to put some respect on that last name.
So here's the thing that I'm very curious about, Brad, is that you were a punter, and the thing you talk about the most and that you brag about the most is the damage you did on the ground and the damage you did through the air. You don't talk about all the punts. You said B-52 bomber, but you didn't talk about the career-long punt. You didn't talk about the average. You talked about the 14 yards that you have, or what is it? Combined, yeah, 14
yards, 17 and an 11-yard run.
And then also, you talk about the passing, but you don't talk about your accolades for the thing that you actually got paid to do.
And I didn't even talk about getting run into at Michigan State. The Big Ten championship game either. I should have added that in my card.
Yeah, I mean, as a punter, I would expect for you to have a little bit more pride in punting. It seems to me that you may have some insecurities about the fact that you were a punter. Let that money take away them insecurities.
Okay, I actually have a funny story. So I would, maybe there is a little bit of insecurity there because I was, as we all well know, and if you don't, listen up. Defensive player of the year in our conference, senior year. I played linebacker. I played tight end. I liked punting a lot.
Oh, you were the defensive player of the year?
Yeah.
Y'all let us score 28 points on y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all weren't that good. That defensive player,
I think we
team game, Kyle.
We took Whitefish Bay so lightly. We were already looking ahead to next week's opponent. We thought, you know what? We're not even going to game plan. We're going to do a little install for level 2 of the Wisconsin State playoffs. Anyway, so like I that was like who I was from a athletic standpoint, right?
Yeah, it's a big time.
I played and I was like, tried to work out and all that kind of stuff, right? So when I showed up at Wisconsin, there was part of me that was like, I think I could still play at this level. I really do. I think I can still play at this level. So I would take the summer strength and conditioning like really seriously. Like I was training like a linebacker. And then training camp opened, and I would do this thing where I wasn't used to practicing for legitimately 30 minutes a day, right? Like it's a 2-hour practice, but I would warm up. We'd have our 10-minute punt session, then you're done. I would go into the indoor facility, and I would run. I would do sit-ups. I would do push-ups. I would work out, and I'm like, I want to hold my own out there. I want maybe sometime there's an injury, and the dream would be, you know what? Who can we call on to step in the place of Elijah Hodge and Colmer St. Jean, and that could be Brad Nortman. And then I did my first drill in the week 1 when we put pads on, and I said, no, I'm good. I'm done. I'm done.
What was the drill that y'all did?
We needed some scout team guys.
Oh,
so I held a bag. It wasn't even like a full. I held a bag, and I received some blows from the guys out there. And I said, all right, nope, I'm done. I'm not running anymore. I'm not doing any of this ridiculous lifting that isn't punting specific. I've maxed out. I want no part of this. Dream's over. I'm not playing at this level in this position. No chance.
That is hilarious.
Yeah,
I can only imagine.
But think of the delusion that I had. I'm like, I can play at this level.
Dude was watching him practice. Like, I could do that.
Then you get in there and you take one hit, and it's just like, nope, done, walking away.
You gave that dream up so quickly. So quickly.
It took like one where I was like, ooh, that was rough. By the second one, I'm like, no, it's dead forever.
You learn, and that's the one thing for a lesson for a lot of people to understand that, like, yeah, you were good in high school, right? You're good in high school, but Division I is a whole different animal. It's a whole different beast. They know what they're doing. They're recruiting guys, right?
Yeah, and like people think that they can play at the next level. And even when you watch games now, it's like, oh, you stink. How do you miss that tackle? Them like that. My goodness, these guys are so ridiculously talented and strong and physical and fast. And it's just like the collisions are indescribable. And when I was even like, this is on the practice field. This isn't even the game. So it was just a front row seat to your own limitations.
At least you got the opportunity. The back of my card would say a career that would have been had he not torn his knees up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll never know. We'll never know. I could always claim I could have went D1.
We never know.
We'll never know. You can't tell me I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I realized? I wasn't like, I was decent night.
You might real quick, you might have been like, hopefully not, but you might have been the Christian Watson.
Yeah.
It's like we'll never know how great he could be if he doesn't get healthy.
You know what I realized? That
but anyway,
my future was limited. I'll never forget Nick Ballore, a guy who I played high school football with. The amount of work that he put in, and he just went to Central Michigan University to play football. And shout out to CMU. But that's what I realized. I said, you know what? He works hard, and that's how far he got. And he's hit me before in practice. I ain't built for that. I'm just gonna enjoy my time here. That's it.
That's another realization too. I mean, you guys give me a hard time about like eating the same thing and working out and stuff. Shoot, I needed to do that in order to like play even as long as I did.
To survive.
And there are guys that go way beyond me in their commitment and their sacrifice. And it's just like, you know what? I got limits too even. And I can't go that far.
Well, you turned out okay, Brett. You turned out just
Thank
okay.
You. Good to be here.
800-990-3776. Brad found a card on eBay for him punting, and it had quite the description about his career. It wasn't stats, but it was more of a story. But
hey, just real quick, Chris chimes in on the text line, says, I just bought the Brad Nortman card off eBay. Can I get Brad to sign it?
No way.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Absolutely. Whoever you are, Chris, send it in. I will send it right back to you. That is awesome.
That's what's up. That is what's up. So I got to go to the webpage. That means it's down. I guess $12 was nothing, huh?
Hey, it's a collectible.
Buy it now for $12. It's gone. It's gone.
Man, how about that?
Look at that. Do you want a car like that?
Shoot, if Chris wouldn't have bought it, maybe I would have bought it.
$12 is nothing. It's super cheap. Are you
what are you saying, Kyle?
We should ask that guy who called before what he thought that your card should go for.
No, that would be fascinating.
Yeah,
if he's still listening and wants to value that card.
I mean, do you think $12 was steep?
I thought it was a value. I feel like Chris got a good deal for a rare card of a superstar talent.
And now he actually gets his sign. Look at that.
How about that? Chris, shout out to you. That's making my Memorial Day weekend.
Chris, give us a call so you can talk to Stroh so you know where to get that card sent to so Mr. Bradley Nortman can sign it. But next, we got to take a look at some of these great polls, bad polls, weird polls that we have from ESPN Wisconsin next week. We are going to have pole position presented by Great Wakes Dragway. Coming up next, you're listening to KBN right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
See you again.
Oh, you need some.
And then I said, I appreciate it. The same goes for you. Let me know if anything I can do for you. Obviously, what am I going to do for Russell Wilson? You're the man.
Babysit his kids when they go to get
BFF.
Fake relationship of all time.
No way.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Problems continue on 43 northbound. We've got an accident just about at Bender Road that has the left lane blocked with this crash. So be careful with that. And then beyond that, we've got an accident on the Good Hope Road off-ramp. So that's something to keep in mind. We've also got an accident on the ramp from 27th Street to 894 westbound. And then, of course, it's going to be slow through the construction zone all the way to 68th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Saz's Baseball, Grilling, Festivals, and Saz's. Summer in Wisconsin is the finest, and Saz's State House is the place to be. Located at 55th and State, Saz's.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, showers and storms ending, decreasing clouds, a low of 54 tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 72. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Trade proposal, Christian Watson. Packers receive Justin Jefferson. I think I found a way for us to get Ayuk, Jefferson, and T. Higgins and not have to give up all that much.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's racing season at the legendary Great Lakes Dragaway, and our schedule of events is ready. We've still got our yearly holiday weekend races like Labor Day weekend, plus Nitrous Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, and Night of Fire. You can also book corporate and private events. Take advantage of our season-long passes and even schedule a time to take your car down the legendary quarter mile. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for pricing and info. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
Hey guys, it's Brad Nortman here to tell you about a great offer at Bank 5-9. I know we're all looking for ways to save our money, and at Bank 5-9, you can earn more by opening a money market account today. With rates as high as 5.3%, you'll earn more while working with a true local community bank. Be sure to check out their great CDs too. Helping you save more of your money is another way Bank 5-9 is making lives better. For details, visit bank59.com/MM specials. Member FDIC.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Donald Driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you're harassing.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
Finally, warmer weather, green grass, birds chirping. Don't spend your weekend surrounded by all that junk. Get your free, no obligation, same-day estimate from Two Men and a Junk Truck. You'll restore your sanity and reclaim your space when Two Men and a Junk Truck pulls in your driveway. Visit twomenandajuncktruck.com for your free, no obligation estimate today.
Keep what you love, ditch what you don't.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Touch turn to gold and it shining. 777 so in alignment. Manifest a blessing, know the assignment. Yeah, feeling like a winner every time I even enter. It's a quantum leap.
It is KBN here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Brad Nortman. DJ Strophy holding it down for us behind the glass as we get you ready for your Memorial Day weekend. Yes, you have hit the jackpot because you get a chance to listen to us with no Ben Brust, which is always a jackpot for anybody that's listening. But the next thing we get to do, we get to take a look around the polls of ESPN Wisconsin with poll right here on KBN.
Everyone's got their opinions, but we just happen to think some are better than others. Let's hit the polls. This is Pole Position. Pole Position on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is presented by Great Lakes Dragway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedule and ticket information at GreatLakesDragway.com.
All right, it's time for Pole Position, where we take a look around the polls that we have from our teammates on ESPN Wisconsin. That includes ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee as well. Strofe, what are some of the good polls that we need to answer the question the right way to from our teammates?
Yeah, let's start with Rutledge and Hamilton weekdays from 4 to 6 on ESPN Madison, 100.5 ESPN in Madison. Is it a loser mentality for Jesse Nelson to say he feels better as a Bucks fan because the Pacers made it to the Eastern Conference Final? Yes, that's a loser take, or no, it's fair to feel better.
Look, I think it's a loser take. I was on Wilde and Tausch that Monday when Jesse said that, and I was like, what? You actually rooting for the team that knocks your team out? First of all, when that happens, I have nothing but hatred for the moment when that team's like when the Pacers knocked out the Bucks this year. I can't root for the Pacers. I feel no better when the Pacers go on and win. And the further they go, in fact, the more painful that is, because it's like, okay, if the Bucks would have beaten the Pacers, they could have gone this far. That's more painful. I'd rather they just get blown out and been like, yep, they're not even close this year.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting coming from you, someone who's going to cheer for somebody who plays for a rival team or not boo somebody like Craig Counsell, but you're going to sit here and not want to cheer for the Pacers to do well. I'm torn because I don't want the Pacers to do well. I don't want them to win a championship whatsoever, but also it's just the fact that it does make the Bucks' loss be a little softer. I mean, like, remember when Miami went to the finals after they knocked us out? It makes the pain to say, oh, well, you know what? We lost to the eventual team that went to the finals. The Milwaukee Brewers, I think every time they've been in the playoffs the last 5 years, when they go to the playoffs, the team they lose to ends up going to the World Series. And so that's one thing that we get to say is that, hey, we may have lost, but that team went to the World Series. So it's not a full loser's mentality. It's trying to grasp onto something to make yourself feel better about the loss. I'm not going to lie. When the Pacers were up, I actually felt a little bit better about the fact that maybe my Bucks don't suck that much.
It's a bad take, huh?
Oh, wow. Thanks. Well, we all have takes, and I guess some are bad, some are
All right,
good.
it's a holiday weekend. Let's get weird, shall we?
All right, let's get weird.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy weekday morning, 7 to 9, right here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Which would you rather have, smarts or common sense?
Oh, that's a great question. Give me common sense, because it sounds like if you're smart but you lack that common sense, listen, that will be a big lid on your life. If you can't do the simple things, there's no way you can graduate, no matter how smart you are, to do anything that's productive, successful. You gotta have common sense. Without that, you're just a ship gone astray, no ability to actually follow through on it, and you're going to look dumb more often than not. Give me common sense over smarts.
I think there's a saying that says common sense ain't so common. And the more I grow as a professional, the more I realize that that is a real thing. And common sense is a necessity in life. Listen, I don't know if my children one day, if I'm blessed to have some, will be the smartest. I hope so, because hopefully they have my wonderful ladies' genes when it comes to brains. But common sense is just something they got to have. They got to have common sense, because common sense is something that when I look at people and they say things, I'm like, are you for real? So common sense is something that you got to have.
Nice brag on having a smart girlfriend.
Don't we all? I mean, who would say they have a dumb girlfriend?
Not I.
Not I.
Exactly. That wasn't cool. That was something that was smart. Playing my cards right.
Sticking with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, weekdays 7 to 9 on ESPN Milwaukee. Should the dentist be able to yell at you? Chewy says they shouldn't. Yes or no? The dentist should be able to yell at you. I don't know the context of this question, but it makes me laugh.
Is this like when your teeth are so grotesque and you're not taking care of them and the dentist like shames you?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're clearly not flossing because your gums are bleeding. And oh, is that a little bit of gingivitis I see? And look at this new cavity. I've never been yelled at by a dentist, but I've certainly been shamed. I have been shamed. Sure. Or like in like the, you know, and luckily I've been to some that are outstanding and currently go to one that's great. But and Lexi's dad was a dentist, and he was
a dentist and an author.
And when I went to him, he was outstanding. But I went to several that it's just like
wait. You went to your father-in-law as your dentist?
Yeah, he only worked. He retired earlier, so I went to him for like 4 years.
Oh wow!
Did he do it for free?
Sure did.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's why
he's gonna come out of retirement.
No, not anymore. But
I said, does he want to come out of retirement?
Nah, he's good.
Writing them books.
So yeah, I've been shamed, and I always walk away feeling like I gotta take better care of my teeth. But no, never yelled. And yeah, they should, if they want to, however they want to do it. And if you don't like that, go to a new dentist.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be yelled at. I'm an adult. I don't have time to be yelled at by somebody. Listen, there is a way to talk to me and to address me. You can shame me and encourage me to do better at flossing like I have every 6 months. Well, I have one coming up soon. Well, I'll probably get shamed for not flossing enough. But do not yell at me, ma'am or sir. This is not the way you should approach me.
Sir.
So no yelling.
Let's go back to Rutledge and Hamilton weekdays from 4 to 6 on ESPN Madison. Do you know who Al Bundy is?
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, of course I do.
Who doesn't?
Do people not?
Do you not know who Al Bundy is?
What was the result of that poll?
86.5% yes, 13.5% no. I voted for no. I didn't
What?
know who
You don't know who Al Bundy is?
I know who Ted Bundy is.
What? You don't know who Al Bundy is?
I have no idea who Al Bundy is.
Dude,
is he related to
not
Ted
know.
Bundy?
No, he's not.
I'm going to Google it if you don't tell me.
Why don't you keep on doing guesses? We'll say warmer or colder.
All right. He was a murderer as well.
That is cold.
Jesus.
It's very cold.
It's not even close.
He was an athlete.
He's a fictional. Well,
yeah.
Poke high.
He's a fictional character.
Poke high. He had like
Fictional
five
character.
touchdowns in the game.
Fictional character.
Oh, okay. Was he in a movie I know of?
No.
No, not even in a movie.
But you're
TV
no
show.
movie. Yes.
TV show.
Do I know of the TV show?
You should.
Yeah.
Is it
I
a
think you would.
sports-related television show?
No. It's family.
Family Matters?
Well, actually, no.
All in the Family.
Okay, no, you're off. You're off. you're 100% off. Married with Children. You ever heard of that show?
No.
Love in the Al Bundy, Peggy Bundy.
I don't know who those people are.
It was an 80s TV show?
Yeah, he's sit down with his hands in his pants, and I'm on YouTube. I mean, YouTube, anything goes. Put his hands in his pants and his crotch like that. Did you ever? I'll stand up and do it.
Have you seen Modern Family?
You did this? You ever
Yes,
seen?
love Modern Family.
Yeah,
Okay, so
the father, Ed O'Neill.
He's the father, not Phil. I'm blanking on his name. The other guy that's married to the
Jay.
Yeah,
Jay and Cam are the married couple.
No, Jay and Cam is not the
married to Jay. So what's her real name?
Sophia.
Yeah,
Sophia's real name.
Sophia, that's her name.
Yeah, Sophia
Vergara. Yes.
Yeah. So
what's her real name?
That guy.
That guy, when he was in the 80s, he was like the original, like hilarious man's man husband.
Oh.
Worked at a shoe store. Hilarious show.
Hilarious.
Like, even to this day, you can watch the show and you will get a good laugh out of it. I mean, he looked 50 at that time, and obviously he wasn't. He was like our age at that time.
Which is wild.
Because, side note, he's in a new documentary called Clipped about the L.A. Clippers and Donald Sterling. He plays Donald Sterling. You know when Donald Sterling...
really?
Oh, interesting.
Listen, I saw the promo for it in the morning when I was doing my thing. And I was like, this is going to be good. Lawrence Fishburne is our coach, Doc Rivers, and he's playing Donald Sterling.
That's a good cast.
It is a great cast. It's so good. The Donald Sterling story about how he said, I give you money. I feed them. I don't bring black people to my games. He did a great job.
Wild.
Yeah, I didn't know it was him until I saw they said, Ed O'Neill.
All right,
Donald
let's
Sterling.
go to something a little bit more lighthearted, Kyle.
Donald Sterling?
Yeah, we started walking down that trail.
To be honest, Donald Sterling, what he said, terrible. Hilarious. The audio recording is hilarious.
Last one from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. How often do you use emojis? Multiple times per day, a few times a week, or never?
Ooh. I probably, on average, will do it multiple times per day.
Oh, what?
I'm pretty high.
What? Okay, Brad, can you bring up your phone? Because I think on your phones it shows you the most recent emojis or the emojis that you use the most, doesn't it?
It shows you your
the
frequently
recents.
used, yes.
Yeah, I got them frequently used.
What are your recents?
Laughing face, the confetti, rock on hand, the 100. This was one of my favorite. The flaming hearts.
Oh,
I sent that one to Lexi, my wife. I got the cowboy hat guy. I got the face palm. I've got the salute. I've got trophy.
The salute.
I got the sunglasses guy.
Do you send the salute to your wife, or who are you? What's the context of sending the salute?
I love sending the salute, where it's like, hey, it's either like good luck or I got you. The salute is one of the most powerful
I don't think
emojis.
I don't think I've ever used the salute. I'm actually disappointed.
You gotta use the salute.
I'm disappointed in my recent. I obviously have not had.
I gotta look.
I haven't had enough fun. I have a sheep because iPhone folks.
Stop. That is trolling, Kyle. Of course it is.
First one's a sheep laughing emoji, taking a picture. I don't know what this one is. And of course the poop emoji because I sent that. I must have sent pancakes to somebody.
Are you a child? Seriously.
What is going on here?
The two big eyes, the eyes looking up, thumbs down. I don't know why I have a guy with bifocal, the one bifocal.
Yeah.
And then
that's like the Monopoly guy?
Yeah, I don't know why I have that. And then like the surprise face. I am disappointed.
Mine are really strange.
I don't have the eggplant. I'm disappointed.
So like the first
wait,
one,
you want eggplant?
Yeah, if I have eggplant, that means my life is more exciting.
No, I don't know.
I don't know about that. Mine is the laughing, crying face, number one, of course. Number two is the handshake one. This is where we get weird. Third is a red heart. Then it's the onion emoji.
What? I don't even use the... I didn't know you had an onion emoji.
Then it's the beer mug emoji.
Oh, wow.
Then it's the hard eyes emoji. Then it's the kissy face. Then it's a volleyball.
Oh, wow.
I don't know
this is so unpredictable.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm still...
Then it's a trash can, and then it's the puking emoji.
Oh, wow.
My gosh, that's a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, just probably like your life. 800-990-3776. That is... Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
Pole position?
Pole position.
Yeah, that's how far we deviated from pole position.
Pole position presented by Great Lakes Dragway. But Greg has a question for you, Brad, about buying a collectible. Greg, you're on KBN.
A great conversation. So just to set it up, I heard on an ESPN entity that Dale Earnhardt Jr., his number one hobby is buying memorabilia from him and his dad. So what do? You walk the walk or you talk the talk? Do you buy your own memorabilia or not?
Do I?
Ooh.
That's a great question. I do not. I don't think I've ever bought any Brad Nortman stuff. First of all, there's not a lot out there, and the Earnhardt stuff is awesome. So there are some very, very cool Earnhardt memorabilia out there. Great question.
Sounds like a setup.
But I've never bought Brad Nortman stuff.
It sounds like Greg may have some stuff. Greg, do you have some stuff of Brad Nortman?
No, I just saying legacy. If you want your kids to remember you, start ponying up for those $12 cards.
That's true. I mean, that would be something where, if I have a son someday, and it's like, oh, my dad did this, and my dad did that. If he can come in with a card of his dad, now that's pretty cool. I might have to start trolling the sites to find some of these little-known, lesser-known value Brad Nortman memorabilia cards.
Yeah, he may be trolling sites looking for Brad Nortman cards because they're lesser known. But you know who's known?
Who's that?
The Bath Authority. Mm-hmm. Yes, the Bath Authority is so well known. I'm telling y'all this right now. There's nothing better than waking up, going into your bathroom, and seeing a beautiful bathroom with a nice round or anything that you actually could imagine, or stand-up, walk-in shower. There's nothing better than starting your day in a great shower. And you can do that when you work with the Bath Authority, because they provide the highest quality bathroom remodeling products, which goes along with a world-class customer experience. And what I love about it is that all their products come with a lifetime warranty. Yes, a lifetime warranty for your bath or your shower. And like I told you before, the best thing about them, they have great products, but also with their products, you can get it installed in as little as 1 day. Yes, a project done in as little as 1 day. Not in and out your house for multiple days, for multiple weeks. You get it done in 1 day. So call them today at 414-249-6934 and get $1,500 off a new shower or bath plus 36 months of interest-free financing. You are their priority at the Bath Authority. So make sure you schedule your free in-home estimate today by calling 414-249-6934 and get $1,500 off your new shower or bath plus 36 months of interest-free financing. Restrictions do apply. TheBathAuthority.com. TheBathAuthority.com. A better bath awaits.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Giannis does look like a longer, he beats on his body, kind of plays so rough you wonder about. Shut up, Max. Yeah.
I'm not letting that one pass.
Yeah, I just realized beats on his body. I meant physical,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Physicality down there.
Come on, Kyle.
No, you guys are, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure your minds are in the gutter. Grow up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Left lane still blocked on northbound 43, right about at Bender Road where we have a crash there, so watch out for that. A little bit beyond that, on the off-ramp to Good Hope Road, we got another accident to deal with, so it's going to be a tight squeeze on 43. Westbound 94, a little heavy from 25th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Westbound 894 backed up just as you come out of the Mitchell Interchange all the way to 68th Street with the construction zone. There's also an accident on the ramp from 27th Street to 894 westbound. Traffic is brought to you by Saz's Baseball, Grilling, Festivals, and Saz's. Summer in Wisconsin is the finest, and Saz's Steakhouse is the place to be. Located at 55th and State, Saz's.com. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, showers and storms ending, decreasing clouds, a low of 54. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 72. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 94.5 ESPN.
Grab tickets to any Brewers game now. Next up, it's a can't-miss homestand against the Cubs and the White Sox. The week of May 27th through June 2nd. Open up a new chapter of the I-94 rivalry May 27th through the 30th as the Brewers take on the Cubs. Then join Happy Days theme night for a Bronze Fonz bobblehead at the game on Friday, May 31st. Get in on a big week of Brewers action now at brewers.com/tickets.
What are we doing today?
One of the employee owners has an idea.
Who is it?
Casey Goodson.
Well, hi, you must be Casey Goodson.
That's me. Casey has been with Kessler's for 22 years and became an owner 12 years ago.
We're excited to hear your idea, Casey.
I call it the One Collection.
But we've had special collections in the past.
What are you saying?
Casey, I think Rick is saying that this can't be the one collection because we've offered special collections in the past.
I'm not saying it's the first collection. It's a special collection of engagement rings for the woman that you know is the one. The one for you. The one forever. What's in it? Incredibly special rings for incredibly special women.
How much?
Most of them are between $725 and $2,800. I like it.
I like it.
Me too.
When you have found the one, you'll find her ring waiting patiently for you to come and pick it up at Kessler's.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What do you get when you combine grilled-to-order deliciousness with only the finest Wisconsin cheeses? Cousin Sub's new Wisconsin cheese steaks, featuring either steak or chicken, bacon, cheddar cheese, sautéed onions, and their new Cheddar Supreme cheese sauce. It's a match made in dairy heaven. And the decadence doesn't stop there. Pair your Wisconsin cheesesteak with their new Orange Dream Shake. All are available for a limited time only. Order in store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Where's that higher love? I keep thinking
So, what you know about Whitney?
What's the question?
What you know about Whitney?
I know she is debatably the greatest female vocalist of all time.
Strong start.
Yeah, I mean, she's up there. Who would you say the greatest female vocal artist of all time is?
Why'd you, are you mocking me?
No.
It sounded like you.
That's what you said.
It sounded like you got a little nasally when you asked that back to me.
No, I'm sorry. I was just repeating what you said.
I said vocalist, not vocal artist. But
vocalist. Oh, I'm sorry. Vocalist.
Probably Whitney.
Okay. Brad?
Amy Winehouse up there as well.
Oh, she's good.
There's Whitney's for sure up there. Aretha Franklin.
Oh, that's my boy.
Good pull.
Brad said he can go to the cookout. He said, put that Aretha on.
Yeah.
Throw that Aretha.
There's also another woman. Oh, you're going to know the name. She was like a singer in the 50s. She's also incredible.
She black or white?
Black.
Okay. 50s.
I'm going to look it up.
Nina Simone. She's a good singer.
No.
Patti LaBelle, she's not 50s. Yeah, look her up. Go try to figure it out.
I'm going to find her. While you
figure that out, we'll definitely keep going because...
Diana Ross.
Diana Ross is a great one. I don't know about greatest vocalist, but she's definitely a good singer. But it is Memorial Day weekend, and, again, shout out to all those who sacrificed their lives for our freedom here as we, think about them on Monday, and we have our 3-day weekend. And this is typically, in most places, the time where it is the official start to the summer. Everybody is looking forward to hot weather across the Midwest because we are finally catching up to everybody. And some of those activities, when we think about Memorial Day weekend, also includes cooking out and grilling. And so, Brad, you had a little question about grilling and the type of grill you use, or do you cook stuff well done, medium well? Where were you going with this?
Well, it's first of all, the singer is Ella Fitzgerald.
Ella Fitzgerald,
yep.
Absolutely strange fruit.
Yep. Anyway, we were talking about Memorial Day weekend. I am so pumped. I know here in KBN we're 17 minutes away from that, but one of the time-honored traditions of not only Memorial Day weekend, but summer in general is grilling. I love grilling. Homeowner in the last couple of years, and just grilling feels a little bit different when you're on a lake or you're at home, you had a carbless in your hand, you're enjoying it. But we started talking about foods that you actually like grilled. And I actually think that burgers and brats are the best thing that you can have grilled. People say steaks. Listen, the only great steaks I've ever had have been at a steakhouse. I've had very few steaks at a home grill that have just knocked my socks off. Give me a burger, give me a brat. Those are consistent. They're delicious.
It's a really bad take.
It's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. Brett, so wait a minute.
Have you ever had a homemade steak that you're just like, oh
Yes.
my
Mama
goodness.
Wallace just texted me about Whitney Houston. You know what she said? She texted me about Whitney Houston, but something she can do is she can hook up them steaks now. I done been there where she done took the little beater and boom, 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 beat it to make it nice and tender and soft, and then she kind of throw the seasoning on, then she put some marinade on it, and she throw it on that grill. I'm telling you, steaks can be delicious, but to sit here and act like you haven't had, like, the best burger you're going to get is from a restaurant. Like it is. Most food, the best stuff you're going to get is from a restaurant, Brad.
That's probably true.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, you are cheating yourself by not eating steaks off a grill that you make, man.
I've had good steaks, for sure. But I feel like the chasm between steaks you make at home and steaks at a restaurant is bigger than a burger or a brat.
Wrong.
I just think that you can make a really, really high-quality burger at home.
You played 6 years in the NFL.
Yes.
Open the pockets. Buy a good steak.
Right.
Season that puppy up. Throw it on the grill. Make sure you're keeping an eye in the middle. I'm assuming you're a medium rare guy.
Yeah.
It can be done well. Now, we love Mama Wallace around here. I fully believe she can make a great steak.
She makes a good steak. She's not making,
I said great. I said great. Not
great.
good.
She makes a great. But let's
great steak.
I don't expect her to make
very few can do that.
A $50, $60 Michelin type steak or $100 whatever. A Michelin star is probably like a $200 steak. I'm not expecting that. I understand the quality of steak I'm getting.
I want to know what she said about Whitney Houston.
Oh, she just said add Whitney Houston. You know, my mom is old, so she doesn't talk in full sentences sometimes in texting, and so she just said add Whitney. Maybe like add Whitney to the list. Who knows? She probably was halfway listening, but add Whitney. That's probably her.
I got you.
She's right there with you.
So what are you guys saying? What's the best thing on a grill for you guys? I'll give me a Broughton burger every time.
No, I'm telling you, the best thing on the grill is a steak.
Yep, I agree.
The best thing on the because here is
Cook
the
a little
thing.
asparagus up with that.
I like some asparagus.
Okay,
too.
yeah, I never had asparagus for grilling, but
You've never had asparagus?
Cultural. It's one. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? On the grill, it's fine.
Let's try it. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good on the grill. Throw some butter on there.
Char?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I'll definitely give it a try. But it's a steak. You know why it's a steak? Is because this is the one time where you don't need to worry about eating a high quality thing, right? And steak on the grill, especially when it's not a gas grill, but it's a charcoal grill, it is so delicious. I can literally taste that steak in my mouth right now, fresh off the grill where my mom and my dad grab it off the grill and I get it off the plate. I'm like, ooh,
hey,
it's hot. Just eating it. It's delicious. I'm telling you, I cannot wait until I get my opportunity this weekend to eat steak.
I just think with a steak made at home, not only is it not going to come very close to a restaurant steak.
But that shouldn't be the goal.
But the variety, the spray by which you might be able to get it, it's got to be perfect. And even then, it's hard to. You're talking about seasoning it. We're talking about watching it. It can't be too well done, or else it's gone, or else it's you got to cook it a little bit longer. You got the different thickness. It's a hard thing to pull off. And if you can do it well consistently, impressive. More power to you.
Right.
But man, I tell you what, I've had a lot of good steaks at home, good steaks, but never. But I can't think of a great one. And it's so much work for it. Just give me the plain and simple meat and potatoes. Give me a burger.
Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Brad, somebody here, 800-990-3776. We want to know exactly what is the ideal food to eat for a cookout, for grilling, for the holiday. If you think it's a burger and a hot dog and a brat like Brad, then definitely call in or let us know. If you think it's a steak like me and Strofe with a little bit of asparagus off the grill, as Strofe said, definitely let us know. 800-990-3776. Cameron, Brad said, Brad, your white people is showing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a shot. I don't know if you're offended by that or not, but it's showing.
I'm not even sure what exactly that means.
I don't know. Strophy, can you help me? I don't know what it is either. I'm not jumping in that one. I don't know what that means. Can Can you translate that for the brother in here and then Brad, so he knows whether she offended?
Why is white person showing?
Yeah, what does it mean by his white
person with a steak?
Because you don't. You said you don't make steak at home on the grill. You have to go get a good steak at a restaurant. It's a bad take.
I stand by it. You know what my other gripe is with steak at home?
What is your gripe?
You need like an environment to eat steak in. You know, it's like candlelight. It's a sharp
You are such a dork.
It's tablecloth.
You can tell this man has NFL money.
With a burger and a brat. Just you do paper plate. You throw it on there.
Brad,
you eat it outside.
Brad, I have a question.
Yeah. What's
the most money you've spent on a dinner for you and Lexi? Out on the town.
You know, it's actually funny you say that. It was the most money we've ever spent was actually before I even played in the NFL. We were at Madison.
What?
We were in Madison. We had a couple of drinks.
This isn't going to go good.
We had a couple of drinks, and I blew like a lot of my scholarship check on this dinner with Lexi. This is early dating, but we had some bottles of wine. I think we spent like $250 at this French restaurant in Madison. Since then, I'm not sure we've ever gone over $200.
Brad.
Wait, $250, that's it?
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it?
You played 6 yeyears in the NFL. Bring her to like a fancy-ass steakhouse. Buy an $80 steak.
So, most of the time I'll get like a $50 steak, maybe $60. One time, on our first anniversary, we celebrated in Big Sur, California. Got $120 Wagyu steak.
Oh, I bet that was good.
It was the best steak I ever had.
I bet you that was
the best
good.
Steak I ever had.
Boy, that Wagyu is no joke.
But yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just like not. Treating my taste.
When's your
buds.
anniversary?
July 12th. 10 years. July 12th.
Oh, wow.
You better bring her out to a dinner more than $250.
Yeah. Gotta treat my lady.
I hope you do. And here's the thing. You know what makes sense now? Because I remember we were at the Milwaukee Brewers event at the tailgate house. And Brad typically, he thinks about his body, but he went back and he gave me confidence because he got the first burger. Then he went back to get another one. And now I'm realizing you went to go get that grilled burger because grilled burger is in your wheelhouse. You're excited to finally have some grilled food because that's what you love.
That's right. Little burger and brat, baby.
I disagree. You definitely need to take steak. Please, 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 Brad, on this holiday weekend, go and get you a good steak to eat.
Yeah, I will. You guys inspired me.
Absolutely. I hope it inspired you. But also, I want to inspire others with Universal Windows Direct. Spring is here, and it's only going to get hotter from here. I do not want you to cool off the outside this year. I want you to call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. I'm telling you guys, that super spacer technology, it helps keep the edge of the glass warmer. It holds the window sill longer. It makes the window last up to 5 times longer than other window systems. Do not let that cool air go on the outside. Keep it inside. Keep bugs away. That's why you need to get Universal Windows, and they also back it up with a true 20-year warranty. Call Universal Windows Direct today at 414-410-2000. Remember, when you buy 2, you get 2. You buy 4, you get 4. You buy 20, you get 20. There is absolutely no limit to this. Plus, you get 0% financing for 60 months. Update your windows with Universal Windows Direct today by calling 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Remember, 0% financing for 5 years. Yes, 5 years. Restrictions do apply. Tell them I told you to call and get additional $250 off your next project. And for the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com. Get your windows at uwd.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows. KBN. We'll be wrapping up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
My offer, as we've come up with it at KBN, thanks to JD and Fondy, reutilizing Judy, who is still in my garage right now.
Is she a big booty Judy or a little flapjack booty Judy?
She's got a little something to her. I'll say that.
Oh, she got some
Judy the blow-up doll. She got a little something to her.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. 94.5 ESPN is the home for Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Cody Bellinger at the plate. Here's the pitch from France. Swung on and drilled deep right field. Forget about it.
An old-school rivalry game on Sunday night in St. Louis as the Cardinals host the Cubs.
And it's gone! A goner for Contreras. The Cardinals jump in front.
Our Sunday night baseball coverage begins at 5 p.m. right here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live on the Wisconsin On Demand app.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's racing season at the legendary Great Lakes Dragaway, and our schedule of events is ready. We've still got our yearly holiday weekend races like Labor Day weekend, plus Nitrous Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, and Night of Fire. You can also book corporate and private events. Take advantage of our season-long passes and even schedule a time to take your car down the legendary quarter mile. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for pricing and info. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
The biggest question that I had about the Celtics this postseason, who's the guy that's going to grab the team by the throat when they're up against it and will them to a win? Right now, that guy is Jaylen Brown in the championship rounds. And if it continues to go that way, if we're talking about him being conference finals MVP, NBA finals MVP on their way to winning it, then I think that goes a long ways to changing the perception of both he and Jason Tatum moving into next NBA season. And I think it goes from Jaylen Brown being the Robin to Tatum's Batman to Jason Tatum being the best sidekick in the NBA. Does it matter what it looks like in terms of who's the lead dog for the Celtics if and when they win an NBA title? And the answer to that is yes when it comes to trying to frame whether or not Jason Tatum is a superstar.
Lowe's knows every project starts with the right tools and equipment. And during Craftsman Days, you can save big on what you need from a brand you trust. Get a free Select V20 tool when you buy a Select Battery 2-pack. Plus, save $50 on a V20 string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit. Now only $99. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 5/29 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Summer's here, and so are the deals at Target's Hello Summer Sale. Let's go. Get ready for perfect patio days with up to 30% off outdoor furniture, rugs, and decor. Banana splits for dinner? Yes, please. I love it. Select favorite day ice cream, toppings, and treats are 20% off. And road trip ready summer style is easy to pack with 30% off select swimsuits, tees, and sandals for the whole family. Target's Hello Summer Sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it. At Skechers, we put the S in comfort. Now, I know you're probably spelling comfort in your head and asking yourself, is that possible? Am I just a really bad speller? Look, I don't know your spelling aptitude, but Skechers most definitely put the S in comfort because Skechers is the comfort technology company and has developed fits and features that change everything you know about comfort, like hands-free Skechers slip-ins, the ultimate in comfort and convenience. It's footwear you just step into and they're on, with no bending down. Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Come on in. If you really want it, you gotta feel it. Get down on it. Come on in.
Oh, yes, get down on it. Get down on it this entire holiday weekend. A great time to spend with family and thank those who sacrificed their lives for our freedom, but definitely enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, stay safe out there if you're driving and listening to us right now. Just drive safe. No rush to be there, but when you get there, I'm telling you, I'm already tasting it right now. A carb-less, some good music. I'm grilling. Maybe I'm going to do a steak this weekend. Maybe I'll get crazy. We'll see.
You should. I'm telling you, get a steak right now. I'm about to get myself head to have a Beyond the Mic party with the True family and the fans at Gibraltar MKE. So I'm just so excited. Strophy, you going to have a good weekend too, my friend?
I'm going to have a great weekend. Let's party, baby. I'll see you guys Tuesday.
That's exactly what we want to do. This has been KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Have a great holiday weekend. We will be back live Tuesday. But other than that, this has been KBN. Have a great weekend.